Man, I'm tired. Ugh. There's no one here. There used to be someone here, but they're gone now. Ugh, I can't. What a morning, man. I'm tired. I don't know why. I think I just woke up in a way that my body is like, nah. You woke up wrong, buddy. I don't like how much I wake up right before bed, before my normal wake-up time nowadays. And I have to just kind of guess whether or not I should wake up or try to catch some more winks. It's just so fucking cheap. It's such a goddamn cheap shot. It's like, oh, Safi, hello. Well, good morning. You went to bed on time, so technically you should be waking up to it. No, there's 30 minutes. Should you go back to bed? Or is it going to give you the, uh-oh, you slept 5 minutes and your brain got into REM mode and, Now it's a ghost town. I say, put her here, bartender. There was a ferret here once, but it's gone now. Ba, 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 ba. Putting my little beans on. Oh, man, ferrets are cute. They're stinky though, and I've been told that apparently they don't taste good either. Don't ask me why I know someone that apparently decided to fucking lick a ferret like it's a popsicle. I was told the decision was regretted. Man! Why is this something that you got up to? God dang. Ugh. Greasy little ferret. Man, I'm tired. We're not gonna make this a big one today. I'm sorry. I am very much only 95% here. It cannot be helped. It cannot be helped. I just want to go to bed. It's nowhere near bedtime. My brain just says so. It's time to wiggle my little feeties at the air and go snooze. Also, it's warm again. I don't know why. It's not even warm outside. It's just that my house heats up magically. Like, fuck if I know what's causing it. It's so annoying. It's so... Chat, send streamer to Glasgow for 24 hours. What? How is that supposed to help? I don't like how your attitude here, buddy. still haven't... I'm tired. I'm tired. I got shit to do. Tomorrow I got more shit to do. Tomorrow's gonna be annoying as hell, actually. So how about we just... How about in like 3 minutes when we're all here, we're all ready, and everyone's had time to filter in, we'll actually get going. And we'll go back to whatever this whack job game was all about. How's the last save? Probably this one. Yeah. Wait, why is this song so quiet? Hmm. Do I have a second? Oh, that doesn't make sense. If I had a second one running. Gosh, like I said, we're keeping it short today. Maybe an hour, maybe two. But we're not going much further past that. I'm just not. Maybe I'll build up some steam and we'll get rock'em sock'em partway through. That'd be nice. Alright, we're there. Whoever is not here, thou shalt not be mourned. If I was going to mourn you, you should have shown up a little earlier. Alright. Wow, every viewer dropped out the second I was like, let's get started. I can't believe everyone showed up for the pre-show and not the actual show. There we go. Oh, gotta start the recording too. When next I awoke, Claudia had indeed procured a crutch as well as my clothes, with a few new ones too. Apparently, she needed to dig the crutch out of the storage closet somewhere in the back of the church. It was an old rust-speckled thing, but it was built for saurians, so it was a bit stronger than most human counterparts. Had a little less cushioning on it, though. The clothes were pulled from the donation bin, and Xander explained it took a while to find ones for humans to wear. Particularly finding pants without holes for tails. More importantly, though, now that I had a crotch, I was able to not only stand up and move around the church. The caretakers and mine were much more excited at seeing me move around than I was to do it. While it was good being mobile again, the pain only slightly dulled, so every step required some willpower to take. Made the joy of the church somewhat tiresome on the first day. Thankfully, the parish was as small as advertised, with the largest room being the sanctuary. This is a pretty nice drawing, all things considered. Is that like JP? Oh look, it's Raptor Jesus diverting the meteor. Man, we all know how JC, good old Jesus, Raptor Christ, diverted the meteor that was gonna kill the dinosaurs. I really like this, how they did the cross in the background. That's pretty chill. That's a neat way to frame it. I love the exit sign that's breaking the fucking vibes. I had to admit, when standing in the empty room, I felt an odd sense of serenity. At the entrance were two doors to two offices. One that looked as any office would, which belonged to Minnie. The other was a bit more cozy, with wood paneling, an old oak desk, and had a cot set up in one corner. It also had paraphernalia strewn all about the place, marking it as the priest's own bedroom and office. Have you prayed today? Well, we're here already, so if that's a problem. An odd setup, but the final stop on our tours of the bathrooms. Considering the state of the lounge, the absence of any foul smells in or around me and the furniture, I guess that Claudia or Xander made certain assurances that I wouldn't soil anything up unconscious. Fortunately, both of them were decent enough not to mention anything about it. I can't believe I was unconscious for several days. People had to clean up my poop. Oh, the second day, things had gotten noticeably easier. I could not only feed myself, but with the aid of the crutch, I could wander around the halls of St. Sadler's. The sauna still made dressing myself a bit of a chore. Claudia insisted on helping, claiming she had already seen everything. Such assurances were not as comforting as she hoped it would be, nor did they convince me to accept her offer. But by the end of the day, the plans for my moving into Claudia's home were cemented, and moving around had indeed put some strength back into my legs. I suspect that I may not need the crutch at all tomorrow, no matter how much my nurse may insist that I did, so that we don't have to make more art. And so, it is the morning of the third day since I've been awoken. Claudia and Xander lead me to the entrance of the church, where the doors open for me. My first step outside of the church, I'm met by a chill breeze and a blaring Dinophornia in the sunshine. I don't know why, it just cracked me up. After my eyes adjust, I feel the gentle touch of Claudia offering to support me, to help me down these steps. And he has risen on the third day! Get this Jesus Christ allegory out of here! Not far from which awaits her car, an older, boxier vehicle. I pass Xander the crutch and take the Parasol's offered hand. They're married now. With her help, I hobble my way into the passenger side seat of the car and ease back. After a few moments, she takes a spot in the driver's seat, waves farewell to the priest, and we drive off. So, I mentioned this in a post, and I'm going to mention it here. I really do like that Xander is realistic about the fact that if Wynn runs off, he's fucked, right? There's nothing he can realistically do. And Wynn probably is able to lay low. Maybe not from the gangsters, but from Xander, you know, and, like, proper justice. Although, given that the crime lords are probably not that expansive, can't imagine they could just reach across the country with what they're doing. Sounds very much like they're local, given that a lot of it relies on Alfonsi's presence. But what I like is that he's realistic, because this is a credible threat that establishes the stakes of the story, and instead of being the fucking cartoon violence threat that Ripley always makes of, I'm gonna tear out your spine, Anon, I'm gonna pull out all your fingernails, I'm gonna chop up your fingers into sausage slices, I'm gonna deep fry them, and pour it in the boiling oil directly down your throat, and then as you sit there, wiggling and whining to yourself, I'm gonna take a shit on your face. You know, that kind of shit where it's like, God damn, dude, why are you even doing this? Instead, he's like, man, I'm gonna do my best. To my ability, and if you get away, well, fuck it. I got God on my side, you know? It's cute. It's important to the plot, so it has to be grounded. And, like, the reason I don't like big cartoonish threats is, one, it's fine if it's, like, to establish a character and set things up. It's not fine when it's, like, the crux of your argument, like, the thing that drives the story forward, or the theme isn't set up for it well, right? Like, if you do a serious E1 ending, having Ripley be a fucking hard-ass like that doesn't work as well. Like, sure, it makes sense in the context of he's an angry parent, but if you ever let him cool down and get past that, having him threaten like that just doesn't work anymore. Because now it's like, bitch, your fucking daughter shot up a goddamn school. Why are you still like this? I feel like it'd be a bit more thankful, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Anyway, current date, January 6th. Man, it's always fucking January 6th with these people. I mean, to be fair, it was 3 days in the church and 3 days of being unconscious, and we started on New Year's Eve because it's the obvious time. I don't know, man. 201,020,2025 BC. Place, bayside of Volcaldera Bluffs. Temperature, returning to its usual seasonal coldness. It's my first time living in one place for more than a couple of weeks. Specifically living with people that I actually have to interact with. I don't know exactly how long I'll be here, or how to deal with the situation I'm in, but hopefully I can keep a low profile while I help Claudia with whatever personal problem she has, then find a window of opportunity to bail out of this town with the money. I also like that Xander's like, yeah, just keep the fucking cash, man, I don't care. This isn't about the money! It certainly sounds simple enough, but I get the feeling I used up the last of my luck surviving the night that got me into this whole mess. It's a short drive to Claudia's house. She lives a couple of blocks away, in fact. It's a nice little suburb. It's actually a bit more sparsely inhabited than I expected. That being said, most of the homes are small, single-floor structures. Dude, put a noise filter on that bitch. After parking, and with a bit of effort, I exited the car before Claudia could offer me a hand. I wonder if it's sparsely populated so the author doesn't have to draw anyone else in the local area. With the bright sunshine and green foliage belie the chill in the air, I could feel even beneath my jacket. Man, that jacket is not summer ready. It's way too dark, and it seems to be made of a semi-coarse material. Also, where the fuck is the shade on your face coming from? Did you fall into a vat of radioactive ink? It's just stuck to his face now. The home looked a little shabbier than the others on the street. There's some grown grass here, some wear and tear over there. Numerous amount of little things that are easy to fix, but also easy to ignore if you don't have the time. Seems Miss Claudia's various preoccupations are letting home maintenance get away from her. Not that I'm one to talk, considering I lived out of a car more often than anything resembling a house, or even a cheap motel room. Well, here we are. Home, sweet home. I know it doesn't look too spacious from the outside, but there's still plenty of room for you in there. Me and Malcolm don't really, own a lot, so the artist doesn't have to draw too many paraphernalia thingies. So, shall we go in? Yes. I have millions and millions and millions of dollars. Shall I buy you potpourri, as they call it? Perhaps a knick-knack. Or bric-a-brac. I'll grab my bag. Hold on there. Let me worry about the luggage. First, let's get you inside. That's okay. I got it. Probably. My legs are still a little shaky, and all that money wasn't exactly like... Oh, he just straight up gave him the bag of cash. I thought he was going to keep it at the church or something. But it's been out of my hands for too long already that I'm willing to risk some joint pain. Oh, no. When Father Zandy had Minnie put it in my car, she mentioned how heavy it was, which means it's way too heavy for someone in your condition to be hauling around, even for such a short walk. I repress a frustrated grumble at being locked. Yeah. Yes. The whole nurse thing. Yeah, it's not coral bars. Apparently paper is like the heaviest part of most board games, so fuck it. How irritating. What's irritating is how... just use the periods, man! End your sentences! To be so close to the biggest score of my life, and it being kept just out of reach. Damn it! God damn! Worst part is I can't really push the issue without arousing suspicion. Just tell her your pornography is in there. And she may also be kind of right. I love when his eyeballs get all round. He looks like such a fucking goober. The last thing I need to do now is have my legs collapse and topple over in front of her. It's just for a few more minutes. I just have to hope she follows Xander's instruction to respect my privacy. I should also probably think of what to tell her if she asks what's inside while I'm at it. Don't know if I can get away with just saying stuff. Alright. I love his little round eyes! They're so great! Sorry, ma'am. I am doing something the rats call bruxing or boggling. Boggles, yo. I'm cool with the rat kits. Good. Don't worry, I'll bring it in after we get you situated. Now come, I'll help you inside. The parasol woman gently takes a hold of my arm and begins to lead me to the door. Is that a Nintendo GameCube? In 2025? Bitch! Why don't you sell that for $10,000 and buy him a nice cheap PS5? Jesus. I love the detail of the little vent in the back. That's cute. That's like a good little detail, you know. Effort putting some of the details around this place. Neat. Oh, we got a nice new song. Ooh, this is suave. Malcolm, I'm home. Oh, I'm coming, Mom! Yeah, the small, tough little footsteps running down the hallway. Oh! Ah, that's too cute. Win, please. Get your googly eyes out of here. Oh. Hey there, baby. Oh shit, she's actually gonna stand up with him. You're getting too big to pick up. Nuh-uh. Yeah, huh? No. Yeah, huh? A few short giggles are shared by the pair of parasaurs before Claudia sets the boy back down. Remember that child thing from Dancing Towards Tomorrow? Man. I mean, they did something with his proportions to, you know, make him look more like a kid, instead of just shrinking down an adult model. So, Malcolm, let me introduce you to the house guest I told you about. This is Private Wayne Doe. He'll be staying with us for a little bit. He's also a friend of Father Sanders. Why wouldn't he just be a father? Why is that possessive? Is that a thing? Friend may be a bit of a stretch. Men don't talk. They stare awkwardly at each other. Go on. Why don't they have pupils, though? Like, you're clearly not afraid of shifting line thickness and mucking up the art of it. Like, why does everyone... It makes him with his fucking boggling eyes look all goofy. Maybe that adds to his charm. It's how you know that Win is the real deal. Go on. Say hello. Hi. Hello, small child. Claudia makes an audible and directed throat-clearing sound towards me. Then makes a slight gesture to continue talking. Malcolm in the middle. He is in the middle. Ah, fuck! Oh, right. I am supposed to introduce myself. Crap. What do people usually say in situations like this? And talk about the things they like? Small human child. Sorry. Small non-human child. That's right? Small child. I enjoy large amounts of money. I just cannot get enough of copious quantities of cold, clattering cash. Casually approach the child! Yeah! You like cars, correct? Yeah? Oh, good. That was easy! Permission to slap him on the back of the head. I look at the boy's mother to see if she's satisfied with the brief exchange. Is she expecting a bit more? I do too. Oh, I love that the comedy comes from the characters, you know? It's not like they're making quips. It's just that Win is a fucking loser. Ugh. They've got something to look forward to when he can casually approach children without... You fucking weirdo. I do too. Really? Which ones are your favorites? Favorites? I lived out of quite a few. Most of my life, actually. It's really cheap. I think the ones that were the most comfortable to sleep in would be my pick. Helps if they're the ones the police don't look too closely at either. Dino? Simple. Easy to fix. Comfortable to sleep in. You sleep in your car? When I must. I'm a soldier. I'm on the road a lot. You're thinking of a cowboy, sir. No, you know, like... Well, actually, I think I am. I'm glad that the United States of America are paying their soldiers enough to live out of cars instead of sleeping on the street. Truly, a country of plenty. I appreciate the extension cord that's like right behind the TV. That's just, again, so many cute details. I love this fucking bungled ass and GameCube controller. It's not great. It's great. Also, this fucking ancient ass phone. Damn. Do you people not have phones? Which is often. Okay. Please do not remind my child that homeless people exist. We already live off the poverty line. Okay. Well, Malcolm, why don't you show Mr. Doe's room and I'll get his things inside. Okay. And then I'll be right back. The young Parasaur remains rooted in place. His mother left him. When you look like a terrorist from the hit video game Global Counter-Offensive Terrorist Strike. He thinks you're a target. He looks as if he's appraising me. Should I say something else? Maybe an odd situation for him. Having his mother bring home a total stranger might help address the awkwardness now. I am sorry to impose. Small boy versus... What does impose mean? I never thought it was a rather common way. It's fucking goober! How young... how young is this child? To force her intrude... To intrude or force one's presence... You can't just give him the fucking dictionary definition! Past I come over to digest the new word. I can almost see the moment he comprehends it and decides whatever my presence does in fact bother him. Oh, it's okay. Mom says we should always try to help people. Well, your room's down the hall right over there. Damn, he just fucking flip teleported, huh? I guess the tour has started. I follow along with my diminutive guide, noting what details I can as I pass them. The living room looks like it's been recently vacuumed, and I detect the faint smell of air freshener lingering around. So turn the corner, I'll take a look into the kitchen. Pretty basic as far as things go. Faux tile floor. Ugh. Refrigerator. Coffee maker, microwave, stove, and oven. Combo, dishes, drying in the sink. All very cozy. This man is fucking casing the joint of the person he's sleeping with. Dude! Could you not case the woman's joint? The hallway led to 4 doors and 2 of the sliding shutter closets. Malcolm stood waiting next to the closet door on my right. Sir, why is your face covered in an ominous shadow? I thought this room was well illuminated. Ah, yes. That is my thematic and theatrical shadow. It's when you see the good side of me. You don't want to see my bad side. Well, this is your room. You used to have a bunch of boxes and stuff in it. But it's on the closet now. Taking a moment, I glance around the room. I'm not sure this is meant to be a guest room. The bed practically goes from wall to wall. Also looks a bit like that cot Xander had in his office. I guess he had a spare. Fucking owls, man! But it's better than what I'm used to. Downright swanky by comparison. Thank you. You have a nice... I love how... Ugh, this poor man-child. Thanks. I helped clean it with Mom to get it ready for you. You did a good job. Good job. Now hold R until you feel the click. Good job. It's like the Fable karma system. The darkness gets bigger the more evil he is. I mean, he did commit a bunch of crimes, so fair enough. So is he wearing a black shirt? Or is he just... Is that more shadow? The boy's face brightens at the minor accolade. Man, what a cute small child. Think you sort of ruffle his hair? He continues somewhat more excited than before. I cleaned up my toys and helped move all the boxes. He seems to have really appreciated the compliment. Interesting, he responded so strongly to something so simple. It's almost like he doesn't have a father figure! It was kind of tough getting them all in the closet. And he stretches like, yeah, I did a real good job. Why? Because there were a lot of them. We asked Mom why we couldn't just throw them out, but she said that we couldn't. Sounds like there may be some sentimental stuff inside. I like how his art is like slightly askew, so he like shrinks down an inch when this happens. Probably a good place to snoop around later. Might shed some light on Claudia's issues. Sir, why are you monologuing and looking suspiciously as if you're investigating my mother? Sir, could you please turn off your detective vision? It's creeping me out. Your room is right across from the bathroom, and my room is across from Mom's. I can show you my Hot Wheels if you want. They're really cool. Maybe if I need to kill some time, or a small child. Thank you, Xander, for the... Until then, I'd rather... Coming through. Don't mind me, you two. I'm just gonna... squeeze through. Yeah, this room is tight. He mentioned that. The pink pass I pushed past this is my duffel bag slung over his shoulder. Oh, she shook a little. After navigating beyond it, she slings it off of her onto what was to be my bed. There we go. Minnie wasn't exaggerating when she said it was heavy. So what were you two talking about? I was gonna show Win my cars. Well, that sounds fun, but don't you think Mr. Doe would like to unpack a little first? Oh, but... Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. He's not going anywhere today. I'm sure he'd love to see your collection after he settles in a little. Right? You must be desperate for a shower. I can't say I'm incredibly invested in it going through the boys' toy car collection. But spending time with Malcolm may be an easy way to ingratiate myself to Claudia. Have you considered that maybe he knows about her personal struggles too? Like, he might be a small human child, but you can talk to him. Excuse me, a small non-human child. As eager as I am to check the money, a shower is a rare pleasure for me. Also, you've been stinking it up for a week. Body, like, sponge baths, not assuming. He smells like an entire Smash Bros. Tournament. Senator, why are you being so nice? That's such a compliment for considering how he actually smells. I usually just take bird baths out of public bathrooms. Oh, God. Man, I love little eyes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yes. To both. Oh, great. Well, then we'll get you situated. Come on, Malcolm. You can help me decide on what to make for lunch for everyone. Okay? Take your time. Towels are in the linen closet next to the bathroom, and there are extra bags in there for dirty laundry. If you need anything else, just ask. Right. Oh, the music immediately cuts out. I probably don't have time to fully count out the cash, but a quick check should suffice for now. I close the door and proceed to unzip the duffel bag. God damn it! He bought a rocket launcher? What am I supposed to do with this? Xander handled packing it over the last 2 days, so he probably is the only one who knows the contents other than me. Opening it up, I'm greeted by a layer of folded laundry straight from St. Sattler's donation pile. T-shirts and pants that all look similar to what I'm wearing. I decided to buy you some bulk clothing. Beneath it all, though, there it is. I appreciate that he was smart enough to hide it, so that if you open up the bag, it'd be like, oh, it's just clothing, I guess. I guess he just has lots and lots of clothing. And there it is. Wait, and there it is. I gotta put on my suave detective voice whenever he talks to himself. It's Midnight Muffin. That is not how you shorten my name. Also, there's 2 P's in there, so... I scrounge around inside the bag for anything else. No sign of my gun or my lockpicks. Dude, those are expensive. I got them from Lockpicking Lawyer. Gosh! I guess Andrew is holding on to those. Maybe a bit of insurance? Well, it means I'm gonna have to talk to him about getting those back. There's one last thing, though. Seemed kind enough to leave me with this. Your shit fucking pass. I'm in Class D. I have eyes. Thank you. I love how it's a... Wait, does a driver's license say customer ID usually? Shouldn't it say, like, license ID or, like, person ID? Ugh. He's got his payday 3. It's something, at least. He may know it's fake, but he might not know its other function. I wonder if he would have let me keep it if he did. Oh yeah, this thing was used to, like, break in through a card... it basically fools card systems if you swipe it twice. All aside, it's more useful as an ID at the time being. This poor bitch-ass woman ain't got no card readers for me to crack. Looks like I'm going to have to be private window for a little bit longer than I had anticipated. With all clothes extracted, now I just need a place to stash all these dollary dues. Shit, real detectives don't say dollary dues. They say things like, I Guess cold hard cash is a bit on the nose. Dineros? No, that's a bit cliche. Pieces of 8? What the fuck am I, a pirate? There isn't enough room under the bed, and that's currently the only piece of furniture in the room. Benjamins? No! Sir, we deal in Bloonjamins around here. God save the monkey. And while Claudia may be able to keep her nose out of my stuff, I'm not gonna risk giving Malcolm the benefit of the doubt. I appreciate that he's like, yeah, I could trust the adult. She seems on the up and up, but that fucking small non-human child I cannot trust. Would you trust a small non-human child? Oh, there's music playing. It's just really quiet. He seems like a nice kid and all, but he also may be the curious kind, too. I'd normally shoot him, but honestly, I can shoot a kid, but I don't know if I can strangle one to death, so... Just put the duffel bag of cash on top of the fridge! Why are you storing your clothes on the... Which leaves me with little option but to use the closet. The kid mentioned they stuffed it full of boxes, but I should be able to find some room to store the bag. I move over to the sliding shutters of the closet and... I move over to the sliding shutters of the closet and open them. Wow! This room must have been a mess. This room must have been a mess before they shoved it all in here. Now, let's see if I can fit the bag in there. I attempt to lift the duffel bag, and my arms rebel, and with strength I thought I had falters immediately. Seems Claudia was not exaggerating about lifting this being a bit too much for my still recovering body. Damn it. Looks like we're going to have to do this piecemeal. Ensuring that the door to the room is not just closed, but ensuring that the room to the door is not just closed but locked, I empty the money onto the bed. Once it's multitude of millions, splayed across the mattress, I stowed the bag on the shelf. Then begin a slow process of moving the cash back into the bag. Oh my god, dude. It's a lengthier process than I'd like. Made to feel even longer by the aches and pains that burn in my muscles. Hey, it's some good exercise. Oh, cool, we even updated the sprite. But it gets done all the same. Fortunately, it looks like there's enough room for it all. Only Justin, though. I should keep it out of reach of most curious toddlers. I don't know where I'm gonna keep my clothes, however. May have to ask Claudia about getting a basket or something. Dude, you have millions upon millions of dollars. Take out a Bloonjamin and spend it. Now, let's see about that shower. I close the closet and grab a change of clothes. One stiff-legged jaunt across the hall later, and pilfering the linen closet, I'm standing in the bathroom. It's barely larger than my room, made even less spacious by the various common toiletries occupying every possible shelf. Even the shower looks a bit cramped. Hold up, I'm gonna pull something up, because the game does have, like, a reference thing, and in one of them is, like, blueprints for the building. Man, his room really... Oh, God, that is a really... Yeah, ooh, that is cramped. Man, that ain't great. Oh, that's the living room, okay. Oh, I see. Cool. Neat. Speaking of, I only wait as long as it takes to disrobe before getting onto the shower. Just long enough for it to heat up. The cold shock of water is... The shock of cold water is rather bracing. It really makes me have every ache and pain still lingering in my body. But after a minute, the water begins to warm, and the pain begins to fade. Nice warm shower is a rare treat for me. Made even more so as I feel days of soreness just evaporate out of me. And as the ache soothes, an all too familiar sensation returns in full force. Hungry! Give myself an extra minute or two of enjoyment, for I'm satisfied with the level of hygiene. Feeling refreshed, I exit the shower, dry off, and redress myself, and police my dirty laundry. Where I put it from there, I don't know, so as I re-enter my room, I just toss it onto my bed. Ah, refreshing. Look at his eyes! Oh, he's having a good time. Refreshing. I still got my spastic finger, though. Much better than using moisture wipes to get clean. Mr. Doe, lunch is ready if you're hungry. What excellent timing. I just hope it's a bit more substantial than vegetable. Is that how you spell vegetable? It's with an extra E, man. It's veget. See, the fucking soundtrack, man. Not balanced. It was good and all, but 3 days of the stuff has me at my limit as far as soup is concerned. Child, get off the damn table! Also, why are these backgrounds so slender? It's really weird. Is it supposed to be like, oh, it's such a cramped space? Or to like indicate someone's outside of the room? I don't know. As I enter, I see Malcolm sitting at the table and Claudia performing the final preparation of whatever's going to be lunch. Well, take a seat, it's just about done. With well-practiced motions, the pink parasol performs a perilous balancing act of carrying 3 plates to the table. Malcolm seems quite amused by the display of dexterity. She deftly places the plate around the table with the skill befitting of a seasoned waitress. Now, one's vacant table's been set with 3 plates stacked high with very fresh-looking salads. Woman, I need some goddamn beef! Wow. This is the first one I've seen that didn't come in a little plastic boxer bag. This actually looks appetizing. I started on the leafy meal by stabbing bits of lettuce, tomato, and cucumber on my fork. It is good. Oh, Mr. Doe. Would you like any dressing for your salad? He's eating it dry? I understand that. God, fucking damn it. Win. Please. It's ain't a fucking mozzarella salad where you can just cram it in your face. That's because tomatoes are so fucking wet and juicy. That's why you can do it. Also, it's fucking mozzarella's super goddamn fluffy. You can't just shove leaves in your mouth. Dressing. No thanks, woman. I dress myself. Caesar. The version with the C, salad. Yeah. Oh yeah, alright. People usually add dressing to salad, don't they? It's fine without any. You think so? You're kind of weird. Malcolm? He doesn't put ranch on his salad! Ranch is the best! You should use that one! I consider the suggestion and decide... I consider the suggestion and decide it's worth a shot. With a shrug to signify my acceptance, I grab the bottle and place a dollop of ranch dressing on a portion of my meal. I take a bite and the flavors... Well, it's good, right? It's okay. It's certainly different, but probably best to play to the crowd. Yeah? Ram ranch really rocks. I haven't had ranch. I like Caesar sauce. Maybe I like ranch. What else? I told you! It goes really good with veggie nuggets. Oh! Small non-human child. Must you? Listen, I'm all for vegetarian option on things, but you can't, fucking imitation nuggets? Eh. Don't bother at that point. Also, why does Claudia have such fucking shoulders, man? You're gonna notice what else. She's close to the bottom. And carrots and... Alright, Malcolm, let the man eat! Okay. Hey, do you want to see my Hot Wheels after lunch? Feels really weird to have like a salad for lunch with a child. Malcolm? An insistent one, isn't he? Sure. Young Parasol Boy bounces excitedly in a seat in response to my agreement. He also seems to take it as a sign to begin shoveling the leafy salad into his mouth as quickly as possible. His mother briefly wears a look of frustration, but drops it in favor of amusement when she sees him not offended. The only chastisement of the boy is the, remember to breathe, Malcolm. I can't believe he suffocated to death. What a tragic end. What a tragic end. The rest of lunch passes quickly, with all plates being cleared in short order. I'm dragged away by Malcolm to the living room and told to wait while he gets his collection. Claudia remains behind to clean the dishes and, while shaking her head slightly, commenting on, that boy and he left dang cars. It does at least give me an apologetic if a bit amused expression isn't pulled away. Soon I'm sitting on the couch while Malcolm digs through a large red plastic bin of tiny toy vehicles. Man, I know that vibe, but being a little kid and you got a big plastic bin. You know this one? It's a Mazdasaurus MX-5 Road. Oh wait, Mazdasaurus MX-5 Roadster. Stole one of them in North Cambrolina. Sold it to a chop shop for some quick cash. Malcolm's eyes light up and nods as he extracts another shows to me. What about this one? That's a Toyota Down 2000 GT. Stole one of those in Tennessee. I liked it too. Stuck with it for a few states before I had to ditch it. It was drawing too much attention. One after another, the young parasaur extracts a car and bids me to identify it. However, all his questions change from identifying cars to whatever I'd actually driven them. Which, any car that I can identify just so happens to be the one I drove away with. So while I'm not only identifying about 1 in every 4 cars, this is enough to convince the boy I'm an expert. Which naturally brings different questions. How did you drive so many cars, Mr. Doe? Are you a race car driver? Child, the Nissan Leaf is not a fucking race car! It's a small urban, I gotta be careful around here. It's not just that I have to make up something believable, but something that can't be looked up later either. Something that leaves plenty of room for bullshitting, and something nobody really keeps track of. A job that also doesn't leave too much of a paper trail. He drives. He even has the Gosling outfit from Drive. No. Oh, I'm not a race car driver. I was, A mechanic? No, delivery man? Malcolm, stop arguing. Or stop interrupting. Claudia rests against the wall of the hallway, observing me and Malcolm's exchange. With a smile on her face, she enjoys listening to me and the boys' conversation for some time. I'm sorry, Mom. It's fine. Just remember to show a little patience. Go ahead, Mr. Dell. I was a test driver. Freelance. Traveled around a lot, usually tested stunt cars. Wow! That's the coolest thing ever! I want to be that when I grow up. Mom! Can I be a test driver when I grow up? Let's get you past elementary school first. Which, I remind you, starts back up again tomorrow, so after dinner will be bedtime. Should be starts back up. It starts back up. Oh, school's boring. Now, school's gonna be tons of fun. Lots of friends to make and lots of things to learn. You guess. Yeah, at least you don't have to go back to work tomorrow like I do. I'd be okay with that if I was a test driver. If you're not working. Also, I love the implication is gonna leave this motherfucker here for like 7 hours. Claudia rolls her eyes and gives a faint laugh. If they're gonna call Win to like pick up the kid from school, they're totally gonna fucking do that. Goddamn. I've had to do that once for someone, and it's like, man, they're gonna ask you questions like, who the fuck are you? You gotta go through school unless you want to end up like Win. Now, son, we have a perfect example while we go to school. We're right over here. And he's like, oh, God, fucking damn it. You know, it'd be very funny if all of Win's sprites with the eyes like this, they slowly move towards the center so they're looking at the screen. Just very slowly. Go up and clean up your toys, and then we can watch a movie together after. That should put us right around dinner time. Okay! Young Parasaur obediently begins to gather up his toys and then departs back to his room. His mother gently pats him on the head as he passes it by before turning attention towards me. So how are you finding things so far? It's only been half of a day, but I gotta say it's shaping up to be one of the best ones in recent memory. Oh, good! I love how his inner monologue is... You know, it kind of reminds me of Anon, but in a different way. Like, he genuinely has feelings. He just doesn't fucking communicate. Just good? The shower was nice! Hello there, non-human woman. I enjoy shower. Food was good. I'm certainly glad to hear that. You're a test driver, huh? Yeah. I knew you and Malcolm would get along. Better be careful, though. He might just try to keep you locked up in that toy box of his. Locked up. That's my people's word. Your child can't use criminal logic. Oh, man. Win, please. Please, Win. Calm down. Locked up. Interesting turn of phrase. Well, anyway, I was thinking, how about you pick the movie for us? Me? Well, normally I'd let Malcolm choose, but seeing as how you're the guest... We haven't had a lot of choices, have we? I like the pacing so far, though. Pacing's pretty neat. It's not lingering on scenes. Like, the whole lunch scene took about as long as it really needed to. Normally, I'd probably let Malcolm choose, but seeing as how the guest, I figure, why not let you get a turn in now? If you even want to watch a film, that is. If you prefer, we can do something else. Probably wouldn't surprise her that I haven't seen many movies in my life. Actually, wait. I don't think I ever have. Oh. I guess I was always just too busy surviving to make the time. That I'm being on the road. Spent a lot of time doing that. Anyway, guess it's about time I watched my first movie. Now that I have time, it's okay. I'll find something. I love it. This is so fucking short. It's like he's like, I never watched movies all that much. And he's like, it's okay, I'm gonna go pick a movie. I'll leave you to it then. They're all under the cabinet under the TV. Just please ignore the Nintendo GameCube. There should be something that you should like. Hopefully. I do sort of pick through the donation pile for them. And while you do that, I'll see if I remember to buy some popcorn. Man, I like how the placement of the characters actually matches what the room layout is trying to do. Creaking open the small TV cabinet reveals two baskets bit in. One is filled with video games of Malcolm. Nintendo box. Wait, a Nintendino box. Is that what that cube thing is called? Anyway. The other basket has a small number of DVDs in it. It doesn't take long to scan through the titles and narrows it down to 3 options that spark some interest. First is a fancy movie about a girl trying to save a baby brother from a very glamorous-looking saurian man. Apparently it's quite famous for its use in puppets and costumes. I'm sorry, I'm a complete Philistine when it comes to knowing movies. Maybe Malcolm would like this one. It seems aims towards kids. The other is an older live-action comic. Oh, Dark Crystal. Oh, yeah! It just tripped me up a little, you know? The second one is an older live-action comic book movie that's vibrantly colored and very stylized. The main character is a saurian detective in a bright raincoat and a fedora. Get this Bear Paddington movie out of here. It'll be about a super cop catching funny-looking crooks. I feel like I shouldn't like this. I really do like the aesthetics it's got going on. Third option is a movie depicting a saurian woman descending from the sky via an umbrella. Well, I know Mary Poppins. Apparently the movie has segments where live action and cartoon animation is combined, which was very impressive for the time. If I had to guess, that'd be Claudia's preference. It's bright, cheerful, and stars a kind-hearted woman that helps those in need. Bit on the nose, though. Anyway, I can hear him coming. Banana Slam! What to pick? Oh shit, I get to make a choice! Hold up, I kinda wanna look this up. Is this... Oh man, it actually matters! Oh shit. I imagine it doesn't really matter for like your actual choices. I wonder where these choices come in. Hold on, give me a moment. I'm gonna look at the script just to kinda... Oh, it doesn't do anything. I guess since it's a demo, they didn't bother to write it out yet. Because these variables get it instantiated. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's because movie 3 is the else. Ah, that's so lame. If you don't watch the movie, you get a little... Okay, we're gonna look at this when we're there. What would I want to watch? I like that he dresses like a sexy thief man at all times. Get out of here. Be gone. Man, I have to tell so many people to leave my stream nowadays. You know, I feel like the right answer should just be the movie we want to watch. Like, make our first movie the one we want to see. Well, we'll just pick the one that I think makes the most sense for him to pick. So we're gonna go with a stylish comic book movie. Okay, this one seems good. Let's just put it into the DVD player and grab the remote controllers, and we should be good to go. Sure enough, as soon as I sit back down, the two parasols venture back into the room, heralded by the smell of popped corn. Pink-scaled parasaur woman carries a decently sized bowl of buttery snack with her, while Malcolm eyes it eagerly. You can make me leave, but you need to leave. Cuts to chatter flying out the window. Can't stop me from coming back without dealing with paperwork. The pink-scaled parasaur carries a decently sized bowl of buttery snack with her, and Malcolm eyes it eagerly. All set? Yeah. The bowl containing popped corn is placed rather precariously between us. Oh, they got another one for carrying the child! Man, why do her arms look so goddamn beefy? The pair of paras takes the opposite end of the couch as their spots as they leisurely nestle in together. Comfy? Yeah! Like, yeah! Well then, Mr. Dove, he would do the honors. I respond with an affirmative nod as I press the play button on the remote, and the movie begins to roll. Oh, it's been a while since I've seen this one. Ugh. And so we sat together watching the film, a healthy separation between us. The two parasaurs on one end of the couch and myself on the other. I can't believe you dying instantly. While the movie was certainly engaging, I don't know what sort of response I was supposed to have towards it. I was expecting some kind of noise or reaction from the other two for some kind of guidance, but they're as silent as I am. Are we supposed to be interacting with one another? Or should I look at them and see what they're doing? Are we going to watch the movie or not? Oh, we're going to miss out on the whole thing if we don't... Ugh. Oh, this is kind of neat, actually. I kind of like this. I'll tell you what's going on a little while later. If we decide to watch the movie, though, remember that you're trying to get on Claudia's good side. Oh, it just straight up has narration and wind narration. So it's a separate thing for him. That's pretty cute. Remember that you're trying to get on Claudia's good side. It's probably best not to stare too hard at her or her son. Besides, they're trying to be quiet. Then that just means I'm doing as they do. So no problem. So focus my attention on the movie. Huh, it's pretty good. We're going to go with watch them. Claudia pumps iron in her spare time. She has been lifting the same growing child since it was born. Yeah, she's building up that weight. I use as much subtlety as I can to observe the pair of parasaurs. Stop saying it! Every so often I glance over and know what they're doing without trying to alert them. Initially, the boy was avidly paying attention to the movie while I munched away on popcorn, but as the film went, he slowly sank into his mother's embrace. In response, she moved deeper into a more laid-back position on the couch. Aww! Consciously or unconsciously, subconsciously perhaps, she shifted so that Malcolm rested comfortably at all times. Why is the shadow so dark in the top right? The display of familial affection is strange to me. Also, why does he look so grown up now? Like his eyes look smaller now? I love the kind of jankiness of the art. That's great. It's got passion in it, man. It's got passion. Each time I chanced to look to observe the two of them, I felt an odd pressure. I pulled at the inside of my chest. It was a curious sensation, like I wanted to kill them. God, her shoulders, man! What the hell? See to you that makes you hate. It's like with Unk, but in reverse, where Unk became a small baby man. Cuddling. In my snoot derivative. Welcome to Reverse Unk, where characters become older and bigger instead of little baby men. And soon I catch myself being more invested in what they're doing than the movie. They certainly look comfortable. Must be nice. Sitting on a couch. Why are you sitting on the floor? I don't know. I wonder if that's normal. Being so close. I can't remember my mother, so I wouldn't know. Or any family, really. Just the last 10 years of surviving on the road and after waking up in a drain pipe in New Mexico. No name, no memory. Oh, shit! I thought Wayne just kind of, you know... I thought he had a childhood, but he doesn't remember it. Wow, that changes things. Just rags for clothes and an empty stomach. I'm going from town to town, stealing what I could and then hightailing it out of there. That's all I can remember. Just that for the last 10 years. I don't even really know how old I am. Everything before that is like a void or a wall of total darkness. Ironically, my memory has been pretty sharp since then. Alright. I'm gonna put down a bet that he's Alphonse's kid that he threw out because he was like, oh no, I have a human child. It's an extremely fucking cliche thing, but I actually kind of love it because it's so fucking stupid it works. Alfonsi is a goofy character. Let him have a goofy backstory that doesn't matter. Because he's like, but I don't remember any of that, Alfonsi. You could be lying out of your fucking asshole and I wouldn't know. Mongolian chains, they always move and pillage. Mongolians? In my China? Ironically, my memory's been pretty sharp since then. I can't say that in those 10 years I've ever gotten to experience this kind of benign, domestic mundanity. Not even for half a day. Say nothing of the affection those two share. Or those gigantic shoulders. God damn. No sooner did the thought enter my mind than I'm finally able to identify the sensation pulling at my chest. Envy. Steal it. And no one will ever know. Not of either of them in particular, but just the affection they have for one another. Must be nice. I catch myself in the act blatantly staring at the mother and child to snap me out of my introspective daze. I suppress the feeling and the self-analysis as I try to refocus on the movie. It's irrelevant. Whatever happened to me in the past doesn't matter. Whatever this feeling is I'm having, I don't need it. I never sought that sort of thing out before now, so I start. I'm not staying here long. I'm gonna solve Claudia's issue and use her to lay low for a little bit. Like, damn, dude. Just in, out, and on with life. Presuming a mobster doesn't find and kill me first. And still, it does look nice. Unfortunately, I couldn't focus on the film. Damn, imagine knowing your dad's in the vor. Dude, no. That's the fucking worst. That's why I can't have children, man. Sir, why did you never have any kids? They said you were super fertile and had the best genes in the world. I can't. I'm in a vor. I couldn't live with a son who had to live through all that. Fortunately, I couldn't focus on the film. My thoughts kept drifting back to thinking about all the voids I have in my life and how awful it felt. About 2 hours later... Jesus Christ, woman! Are you okay? Slow down! Well, that was a fun time, wasn't it? Yeah! Thank you for picking out the movie, Mr. Doe. No problem. It was good. What, have you never seen it before? No. She vibrates. I can't believe my dad's in a vor and my mother's a vibrator. What am I supposed to do? Oh, is that so? What did you think? Okay, so if we had watched the movie, the first movie, the Crystal movie, he's like, oh, the puppets were interesting, but the songs are hit and miss. But it was impressively well made. And then Malcolm goes, yeah, the puppets were awesome. If we watched the movie we picked, he was like, I liked how it looked. The use of color was intriguing. I enjoyed it a lot. And the narration goes, a rather considerable amount too, considering my profession. And if you watched the cute one, he's like, the animated sections were impressive. The music was enjoyable. I found it very entertaining. Well, I'm glad you liked it. The movie is one of my favorites. But we got this one instead. I'm sorry. That's a cute little choice, man. It's like a couple of lines per. It's not a huge thing. But it's just cute, man. Fucking Dancing Towards Tomorrow couldn't be fucking bothered to do that much. 5 fucking lines, man. And that was too much to fucking ask. Oh, shit. I was so absorbed by that weird sudden bout of introspection that I didn't actually watch most of the movie. I can probably just get away with saying it was good, right? I liked it. It was good. What was your favorite part? Damn. Why is this child such an incredible detective? He caught me on a lie. Just seen Dark Crystal, Sin City, and Mary Poppins. Damn. Come on, think. Oh, he looks so sad. Wait, I've got it. I really liked the ending. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Ha! Easy. Well, it's about time to get dinner started. I'll freshen up and get going on that. Can I play on the TV until then? I'm just making spaghetti. It won't take that long. Oh, but okay. Don't get too invested. Okay! Come on, I'll show you my video games. Sounds like we're in for a bit more downtime. Not sure why not. Okay. Fucking love his answers. Okay. I'm tempted to give him a different voice to reflect the fact that he's a big giant fucking goober, and I want to noogie him. Oh, I'm gonna take a minute. Well, if there's not anything else, I guess I'll get to it. I'll be right over here in the kitchen for a bit if you need anything, okay? I nod my understanding towards Claudia, and she returns it with her usual smile and a nod of her own before turning and leaving. Right, so about this video game thing, how's that gonna work? Oh, this is a good one. You know what, you go enjoy the video game music. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go and, piss on the moon! You know what I mean. Are you a video enough game to video games? Alright. It's Como! Let's get back to it. Malcolm quickly settles back onto the couch with the controller in hand and then gestures for me to sit next to him. No sooner had I done so than the younger boy began explaining the intricacies of the game. Its controls, with the things appearing on the screen, even bits of what could be called its lore. Man, this child's educated. I like the art style of this. It's not glaringly anatomically impossible, and it's scrungly in an endearing way. It sure is. You gotta get to the end of the level while collecting coins and mushrooms so you can save the princess. You gotta hop on these turtles. You gotta crush those Koopas, or you'll die. Unless you have a mushroom that makes you... Oh, man! Dude! They didn't release one of these in the fucking GameCube! But you can get the shots to throw at other guys. Malcolm progresses through several levels at a decent pace. Not flawlessly, of course, but I'm in no position to judge. What is this fucking sound effect? Oh. Man. Hold on, I want to know what this fucking sound effect is called. SFX, a winner is you! Hockey bugle call. Imagine this. Malcolm plays DMC and is doing SSS-style no-hits. It's not AI, it's what makes it art. It's what gives it that character, that flavor you just won't find from a factory machine. After completing the third level, the young boy suddenly presents the controller to me. You want to play? I hadn't expected he'd offer. He seemed to be really enjoying and planning things, and I was fine just listening. But it seemed simple enough, so... Time to crush some... Koopas! Okay. I take hold of the controller and do my best to select... Selecting video game levels impossible. The game, which apparently involves a human in overalls jumping on turtles, is indeed simple. But it is made difficult, as I'm not acquainted to the... He's vibrating! Was he vibrating? No, he wasn't even visible. Hockey bugle calls me. So many jocks, so little time. I fumble with the controls and die numerous times as I awkwardly figure out the basics of moving and jumping. We all know that Win has only ever played mobile games. Win only seems to get more excited as I stumble through the level. It begins coaching me in ever-increasing intervals of in volume. It's a process, but eventually. Yeah, you did it. So I did. It's fun, right? It was more enjoyable than I was expecting. I don't know if I'll make a habit out of it, though. Yes. Hey, you should meet Tiffany. I heard that name brought up before. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Tiffany? Is that the... Was that the lady? No, that's someone else, right? God, I'm like him. I'm like, who are you talking about again? What was the name of the non-Alfonso lady? Oh, it was Deirdre, right? He's turning into a gamer. His metamorphosis has only just begun. I heard that name brought up before. The most oppressed group of them all. Malcolm's baby... Ah, there you go. Malcolm's babysitter, as I recall. I'm bound to meet her at some point, so I may as well ask about her. Tiffany? Yeah, she's real cool. She has like all the best games ever. I usually get out the school bus with her and stay at her house until Mom gets back from work and picks me up. She usually comes over sometimes too, 'cause she lives over on the next street. Yes. Good to know. Although she doesn't sound too terribly older than Malcolm. They added Gumtu to STO. That's silly. I don't know what that means. Don't know how much help she'll be. Maybe I should try to avoid her. It'd just be another person that knows about me. I'd like to avoid that as much as possible. Malcolm, dinner's ready. Turn off the game and wash up. Okay. You can go ahead. I'll turn off the game. I nod and proceed to the kitchen. On the table, 3 plates of spaghetti with bolognese awaiting. Another dish I never had before. Dinner moves along very similarly to lunch, although slightly less conversation. Shit. I disconnected. Let me know when we're back, baby. Let me know when we're back in black. What we're really discussing is not a milieu which has adhered to some notion of realism ab initio, but one which is apparently governed by conventional tropes of a genre right up until the moment the person framing this scenario wants to win walks into the room, whereupon realism asserts itself. Heck, there are folks doing this song and dance in the notes of the post, or doing this, trotting out hypotheticals like in a realistic fantasy setting, the 12-year-old chosen one would always lose because experience trumps skill and the power of friendship isn't real, implicitly taking it as a given that in a milieu where this is true, people would still be handing out magic swords to 12-year-olds. It's basically threatening those silly how media really should have entered videos through as a legitimate critical lens. And in circles where the song and dance is common, it leads to a lot of people reflexively shutting down the moment they hear realism because they assume it's, oh, yeah, that's an interesting analysis. I never thought of it like that. Like, yeah, I guess the setting was governed by those set of rules. And we are the silly ones for thinking it wasn't. Anyway, I'm gonna go open my eyes and see if we are in fact back in black or not. Otherwise, I'm gonna go and eat a banana. That seems like a good way to spend my time. I'm live. Okay, cool. The aliens are not abducted yet or broke my butt. Great. That sounds like a win. Although the parasol mother didn't fail to notice my awkwardness in navigating the meal. She didn't call attention to it, but didn't hide her amusement either. After dinner concluded, she asked if I would like to help her wash the dishes. Wanting to be helpful, and also because I foresaw this doing a lot in the future, I agreed. Malcolm, meanwhile, was told to get ready for bed, which he did happily. Possibly because I had just agreed to do a job that's usually meant for him. It was a smooth process. Claudia washed the dish, I put it on the drying rack. Ins and outs of the chore weren't difficult to memorize, and well, there weren't many dishes to worry about either. And we're done. Thank you, Mr. Doe. It was hardly anything. Well, it was mostly so you'd know how to do it yourself. You're going to be by yourself a lot in the upcoming days. Is that really with 2 M's? So I figured it'd be good to show you 1 or 2 things. I'll be at work most of the day, and Malcolm will be at school or at Tiffany's house for about as long. It's a long time not be able to ask any questions about where things are or how they work. I'll keep myself shouty. I wasn't worried about that. Honestly, I was a bit more concerned that you were just going to get bored. There really isn't a lot to do around here. I'm sure you've noticed, but our house is a bit, sparse. I had indeed. Not many picture frames either. Which is quite odd, seeing as how prevalent camera phones are, and how cheap it is to print off photos. She seems to be talkative at the moment. Seems like a good opportunity to fish some information out of her. Just don't overdo it. It's a nice house! I like it here! Better than a car! Oh my god, he's such a fucking goober! Look at this human man. Oh, apparently with the Tiffany thing, it's only if we talked more. There's lots of little things here. Oh, apparently if we have more than one honesty point, we're gonna get a little dialogue tree. Man, there's so many little details here. You're certainly right about that. It is nicer than living out of a car. There's that look again. Like there's a memory being brought back to the surface. I think Mrs. Gant's living situation may not always have been so cozy and secure. Well, anyway, I'm glad you like it. I owe it all to Minnie and Father Xander for actually getting it. They've been a huge help. In fact, just about everything here is a hand-me-down from them or the church now that I think about it. Oh, shit. Good friends to have. Oh, absolutely. I don't know where I'd be without them. I guess that would explain the cross necklace, even though it's a bit on the nose, if they basically built her fucking house. Sounds like she may not have a lot of money to throw around, although it doesn't seem like she's struggling that badly. Especially with friends like Xander and Minnie. Damn peculiar that she doesn't want the people who helped her get a home help with this other issue of hers. What is it that she can't trust them with? How's your first day been? Do you think you'll be comfortable here? Yeah, I think so. I like the food! Jesus, what is... I wasn't prepared for a sprite chase. The comment coaxes a short string of pleasant laughter out of the woman. Thanks. Usually the only person who tells me that is Malcolm. Although it does remind me to have to do a bit of shopping this week. We're just about through on the food we had in stock. I can bring home some leftovers from work until I can get a trip together. Unless you're willing to put up with nothing but peanut butter and jelly sandwiches until then. I can live with that. You know, I've been getting that impression about you. If you're honest, you get the whole, like, better than a car, and she's, like, living... Oh, man, this is kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Attachment points are going to get me more after a sentence called Plenty of Time. Well, it's an early day for Malcolm and I, so it's off to bed for us. Feel free to stay up as long as you want, but I do ask you to keep the noise down. I'll be up a little later after I tuck Malcolm in, so if there's any last-minute questions you have, you just ask. Will do! Good night, Mr. Doe. I love how distinct his little frowny face is. Miss Claudia. Yes? You can call me Win. Oh, I thought the music stopped because of the... No, it's actually completely unrelated. Really? I didn't want to presume, but if it's alright. If I'm gonna be staying, it's easy to just call me Win. Okay. Well then. Good night, Win. Good night. Time to start stealing. I think I'll have to bet myself. I've got some long days ahead of me too. What are you even gonna do, man? Also, what's on that board in the back? Hold up, let me see if I can find it. Probably like BG House or something. Oh shit, there's Volcaldera Elementary. And there's Volcano High! Ah, he's gonna go there too! Ah, that's great. Man, these backgrounds are great. Hold up. Let me see if I can find the house. That's the restaurant. Are they gonna reuse the restaurant, or is that just for the fucking opening? That'd be pretty fucking impressive if you drew all that just for the opening section, man. What am I looking for? Look for her house. BG home. Okay, here it is. Kitchen. Oh yeah, the black bars are intentional. The background says work 7 to 4. Shopping. Need carrots, pepper, mushrooms, pears, lettuce. There we go. Now we know the full ins and outs of her home life. As I walk to my room, I hear over here Claudia talking to Malcolm at the end of the hall. I pause for a moment and listen in a moment of curiosity. Sounds like she's reading some kind of fairy tale to him. Something about a princess being captive of a dragon. I don't linger too long once I understand what she's saying. Rather not disturb myself into something like that. I enter the room and climb into the bed that Claudia prepared for me. Not really anything amazing, but it's better than a car seat put into recline. Dude, that's not how you sleep in a... I mean, I guess he couldn't just take a mattress or anything with him. As I lay there, beginning to drift, I reflect on my first day with Claudia. One of the best days on record, if frankly. More than one meal today. I had a shower and there's a bed waiting for me. With the promise of more of the same tomorrow. Maybe something to the whole home ownership and putting down roots thing I keep hearing about. Granted, somewhat marred somewhat. I'm guaranteed to stay in place for being hunted by man-eating mobsters. Which isn't playing well with my instinct to just grab the money, steal a car, and get the hell out of here. Mr. Zubzander was speaking the truth when he said I'll be safe here. I shift to my bed as my eyelids grow heavy. I help Claudia with whatever her problem is, which I don't think I got the whole picture on quite yet. But I'm pretty sure I could see the outline of it, specifically the absence of someone. I think I'll be saving that for tomorrow. I've got plenty of time to myself going forward. Plenty of time! We only get if we're honest, I think. As sleep takes a hold of me, I find my last conscious thoughts focused on the two parasaurs. Maybe staying with them won't be so bad. These are some nice people. I like how he doesn't consider spending his money. Like, normally I'd be like, why don't you just spend some of your fucking money? But Wynn is obviously the kind of idiot that wouldn't consider that. That's not how he works. Like, he's still thinking about, like, I gotta go steal in a couple of days. Like, sure, he's got $1 million, but his brain is still in survival mode. He doesn't think straight. 4 days later, my recovery during the week has been a great success. Claudia performing the occasional checkups and guiding my recuperation, now back at 100%. Once debilitating pain is now a faint sore memory. I've since become more proactive around the house. I've taken on doing some of the basic house chores, such as vacuuming and sweeping, as well as washing the dishes. Mow the fucking grass! Partially because I'm trying to be helpful to get on Claudia's good side. I sent some feelers for Stone Top. I'll get back to work now, Safi. Enjoy your stream. You have a good time at work, to as best as that is possible, and hopefully we'll get some responses. I'd love to run some Stone Top. I got a game tomorrow and a good session this morning too, and I had a fun time last night. We had an improv thing because the game bailed, but it was like Dawn of the Orcs. It was a really fun game. We got to build orcs and we got to put them in battles. It was a very simple system, very much oriented on like just kind of what are your orcs like, you know, origin generation. And by the end, everyone sided with the orcs except for me. It was like, fucking man, I already got my cheese out of this, and I just fucked off. I was the honorable Witch Eternal. Honorary Witch Eternal. Like, they had to... the first among equals, because someone had to come over. Like, that was great, man. It's just like a little loosey-goosey world-building thing. Great way to kill some time. Partially because I'm trying to be helpful to get on Claudia's good side, but mostly because I'm feeling a whole new emotion. Our orcs were made of rocks. I insist that they not be made out of wood, because don't fucking chop down my trees. Mostly because I'm feeling a whole new emotion. Boredom! As it turns out, you can only sleep so much in one day before you get tired of that as well. Maybe I can convince that group to do some, what was it called again? Kill Sector. It's a great bit. Why did that save a screenshot? Oh, it's the S key that does that. I've got a little control stick knob on my vertical mouse, and it's WASD oriented. So, and despite her protests, I feel like there's a comment there. Despite her protest that I don't need to do these chores because I'm her guest, he does seem to appreciate the extra bit of housekeeping. You can only sleep so much in one day before you get tired of that as well. Yeah, this is what I meant. Like, what's he gonna fucking do when he's here? Malcolm is less bashful at expressing his gratitude for me doing all the chores for him. Over the course of the past 2 days, I started to become familiar with the house's usual routine. A routine I'm being integrated into. God damn it, woman. I am not integrating into this melting pot. I believe in apartheid. I will not stand by. Are those fucking paper plates in the back or something? Why are those plates in a bag? Or is that a bag under a plate? A bag on a plate. Today would start with me waking up around the same time as Claudia. Coffee would get made. She would make something simple but filling for breakfast. After a cup of coffee to wake her up, she would then go and rouse Malcolm and dress for work. Afterwards, she'd return about the same time as Malcolm into the kitchen and they'd eat together. While I've mostly been an observer to this, I've lately been asked to occasionally toast some bread or prep the coffee pot. Small things like that. I must confess I am enjoying these quiet mornings. The smell of breakfast foods and coffee is particularly pleasant. I think what you're enjoying, motherfucker, is that you don't wake up in a fucking car and have to worry about the cops or a parking ticket ending up on your roof. Like, you're just like, man, I don't have to fucking worry about shit. Man, that's great. Although the change to my diet is still quite jarring to me, having real meals, albeit vegetarian ones, is taking some getting used to. Man, you need a fat hot dog. Your body craves the protein and the iron. I would love it if he actually gets iron deficiency from this. Because his body isn't as efficient at Claudia's even nice enough to bring some meat dishes back from work for me. Oh, that's nice. That's way too nice. It's the most variety food I've had in my life. After breakfast, Claudia and Malcolm prepared to depart for work and school respectively. Yummy anemia. Yummy anemia! Aw, they're such a cute little fucking couple. You know, listen, okay, I know that chemistry is usually used for like, oh, they're a romantic couple, they want to smooch and make out. There's chemistry between these motherfuckers. They're interacting, and it's not just like the plot has to move forward or we got a world build. It's just like, you can tell that she's trying to make the best, and like, Malcolm seems to understand that things are bad and that his mother is having a tough time, so he's trying his best. Like, there's this fucking chemistry going on that makes them like, you can see that they belong in the same room together for a long period of time. You know? You can also have counter chemistry, like you have between Ripley and Fang, which is also fine, but it depends on the kind of relationship you're trying to establish. Like, if you want us to go, aww, with these two buggers, you gotta give them chemistry. You gotta make them like, oh man, those guys, I want them to be together. I don't want this mother-child to get pulled apart. Fucking Child Protective Services, here's my 49! My 45, sorry. You know, that kind of stuff. I can't believe you shot Child Protective Services. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was trying to do with that either. I don't see how this actually helps. Malcolm is the first to go, as Claudia makes sure every morning to watch him get on the bus. And then she has to look at me, Shadow Man. Wynn, could you please get out of the shadowy corner of the house? You do this every morning. After he's safely away, she returns just long enough to wish me a good day and wave goodbye. Goodbye. Wynn. So I thought. Yeah. I'm sorry to have to ask this of you, but I'm going to be working later than usual tonight. If you would really want to help out, I usually get back home. Around the time I usually get back home, could you go to Tiffany's and bring him home? Yeah. But you don't have to come back immediately. It's okay to if you hang out with him and Tiffany there for a little while. But make sure to bring him back in time for dinner. Which you two will have to figure out for yourselves. I won't be back until it's time to put him to bed. Oh my goodness, please, Wynn, do not poison the child with badly cooked food. So could you please? Okay. Well, thank you so much, Wynn. That really does give me some peace of mind. I'll be sure to get you something extra special from the grill. Hard out! Claudia lets out a heavy but relieved sigh. Right, time to get back to the old grindstone then. And seriously, Wynn, thank you. Like, why is he so appreciative? Because, like, he's bored, so to him it's like, I'm not doing anything, I have no time to kill anyway. But for her, it's like, my life is falling apart at the seams, and oh, thank God, that's one less worry. Right? There's this asymmetrical power dynamic, right? It's like, it makes sense that he would do this, because to him it's nothing, but to her it's everything. And it's cooperation and delegation. Wynn gives stale bread with Here you go, child. It should have every single food group. Bread, and this energy drink I think is made out of cow. Agreeing to help her really does seem to lift a weight off her shoulder. Fuck yeah! I don't know if Wynn would be that observant, but he has been shown to be like quite observant, so I'm okay with it. Which is a bit odd. Wait a minute, is she running out on the family? God damn it, woman. I don't really get why that would be so important. From what I've seen the last couple of days, all she does when she gets home is change into casual clothes. Wait around the living room for a little bit and then goes to pick up Malcolm. Oh yeah, Wynn's narration voice and his normal voice actually have like slightly different color. Like this is gray and this is more purple. Man, there's so much fucking detail to this. Like, in case you missed the italicized text, these chips have salt on them. Everything a growing boy needs! All a child needs is a Monster Energy drink and nachos. Doritos with ranch. Goddamn. You know, I was really tired when we started, but energy's picked back up. Well, there's other issues we need to focus on for the time being. Like, I need to get some kind of transport sorted out. If I plan to be getting out of here in a hurry, then it's better to have something ready. Might not have time to break into and hotwire a car, however. Nor do I just want to buy one. I don't want to leave any kind of paper trail. And besides that, if I did want to buy a car, I'd have to find some way to get downtown. But that's well within Alfonsi's territory, so doing anything in there is rather dicey. I saw some backgrounds for dynamos, and I'm kind of curious if that's there intentionally or because that feels like isn't dynamos like in Little Trudon like the bad part? Like that's neat. Ooh, the spoilers have aroused me. Something to think about. For now, I should find something to do with my day. I could go poking around Claudia's room for hints. I'm just gonna look through your personal possessions. I'd like to know what I'm looking for first. Recklessly rooting through her. What the hell was that? I saw a little flippity floob over here. What the hell was that? I could go poking through and around. Recklessly rooting through her stuff would probably get noticed, and I'd have a whole lot of splaining to do. It's easier to wait for the problem to rear its head and go from there. Which leaves me with the question, what am I gonna do today? I guess I could watch another movie. Or play that video game of Malcolm again. I've gotten better at it. Oh my fucking god! Or maybe that racing one that has all the same characters. Oh my fucking god! He's made you play Mario Kart? I mean, I guess it makes sense he'd play fucking Mario Kart. Several hours. Turns out I've been called several slurs by people online. I was told this Nintendino company was family friendly, but here I am. With nothing but slurs. Gamers. Gamers never change. I'm getting pretty good at this. Oh, holy shit, I love Win. I just want to pinch his little cheeks. I'm getting pretty good at this. Well, it's about time to go pick up Malcolm. Wario Gold My Music Plays. They should have done that. It's past time, actually. Whoops. I didn't even notice. Let's just shut that down and get over it. What the? The phone works? The first time I heard her ring. Suppose it'd have to if she bothered to plug it in. I kind of thought it was just here for show or something. I got to see Claudia use a cell phone, but I assumed she didn't have one. I guess I was wrong. Unless she's hiding one in her room, I haven't seen anything resembling a computer either. I'm surprised she couldn't get anything better even as a donation or hand-me-down. Between that safe and this phone, I seem to be running into a lot of antiques lately. The phone seems to have a built-in answering machine at least. So the recorder can get it while Claudia can listen to it later. I ought to go pick up Malcolm. Okay, I want to point one thing out. I would love it if it turns out he's actually gone back in time. Because I think the Nintendo GameCube was around before smartphones. Wouldn't it be so fucking funny if this man just vanished back in time? Like he infiltrated the diner and it's now like 20 years ago? Like his little narration of like, it's 2025. It's not. You're back in 2005, idiot. Oh no, is he stuck in a time loop? Did he wake up in Mexico in the gutter because he was fucking time looped? Holy shit, that'd be a fucked up story and I love it. I mean, it's out of place, right? It's out of pocket, but fuck it. The GameCube was until 2026, exactly. You fucking bitch! I know you're listening, you dump cunt. Holy shit, he said it! What in the goddamn? I know you can hear me. And don't you think you can fucking ignore me either. Now you listen close. A man's voice hissed through the speaker and began to spout the most vile things I ever heard. He called her the gamer word. Debauched accusations, venomous insults, and the most contemptuous slander imaginable one could spew forth. It was no mere prank caller either. The voice knew Claudia and Malcolm both by name. It's a GameCube now. I guess he went to a parallel dimension while he, you know... Hey, if you're gonna go back in time, you might as well go to a cooler dimension. Anyway, you knew both Claudia and Malcolm by name, and the capstone to this poisonous call was a threat. And remember, Claudia, if you tell anyone, I'll make sure that Count Kirios go bye-bye. Gone, understand? You'll never see his stupid fucking face again. The last thing you'll see of him is him crying boo as he gets thrown in foster care. And you? Oh, I'll let that be a surprise, eh? Talk to you against a stupid bitch! Click. Ah. Found Claudia's problem. Sander, can I get my 45? It's not for carjacking. I got some business to settle. I suppose that explains a few things. Specifically why Claudia always lingers around the phone when she gets home. Why she wanted me out of the house at such a specific time. Wait, why is this guy so specific about when he fucking threatens her? And the threat at that end, I guess the old priest had his reason for not just telling me what the issue was after all. It's probably audio on edge having told Xander. Take a moment and play the message again. This time I'll listen to the voice, analyzing it. Detective vision on! I memorized the sound of the man's voice, cadence of speech, and aspects of the message that can be used to identify him. Listening to the screed a second time is no less unpleasant, and unfortunately doesn't tell me much about the caller. All I truly learned is that he seems to have intimate knowledge about Claudia and Malcolm. I have to ruminate on what I heard later, however. I'm already late to pick up Malcolm, and that screed was like 40 fucking minutes. Damn, does this guy not have a job? Better not keep him waiting too long. What to do about the message? Oh, shit! I don't know, man. Listen, I know we're supposed to delete this tweet, but I don't know if we really want to do. I feel like it's, you know, like she knows it's coming, right? What's this? I didn't know she played Call of Duty. She ain't an autistic person very into routines, and there's a spreadsheet of threats! You know, I feel like this... Hold up, I'm kind of looking at something. She would notice if it was deleted. Possible. But I wonder if... Okay, like there's a couple of angles you can take here, right? You can take the angle of deleting it is a bad thing because she'll figure it out and she'll yell at us. However, we're already intending to confront her about this. So it'd be really weird if we're like, we deleted it and here it is, you know? But also, it's possible that the reason she doesn't want us to hear it is she doesn't want anyone to know, right? She was planning to delete it herself, right? Like the actual order of events is, how do I put this? Fucking hell, man. The actual intended order of events is that you find the message, you delete it, and you talk to her about it. With the idea being like, oh yeah, I got rid of it. Because, you know, that's what you would have done, right? Because you don't want your son to hear this. Like, maybe that's why she did it this way. Is that she kind of hopes that no one's around to hear it. You have no reason to check the phone. And then, before it becomes relevant, she can already get rid of the evidence. We're just doing a chore. Oh. Post one meme, but it's probably read it. So they... Okay. You know, we'll see what happens. But I kind of feel... Okay, so something just came into my brain. How do answering machines work, right? Fuck, I'm thinking about something. That's got my attention all of a sudden. Don't answering machines still, like, hold on to messages or something? Ugh, what is it again? I'm thinking of something. I think I'm getting messed up, because I've never used fucking answering machines, right? So here's the problem. Right? If we leave the message here right now, doesn't it say there is a message, but it's already been listened to? We're kind of fucked if we do, fucked if we don't, right? If we delete it, she'll probably know that the message isn't there and be suspicious. If we don't delete it, I'm pretty sure it's like, you have no new messages, but there is one still saved. Because if there were other messages, she probably would have commented on like, oh, there's a bunch of messages like this here. So she probably deletes these periodically. Especially since it sounds like this happens more often. I don't think there's any good answer here. I think we're damned if we do, damned if we don't. Oh, man. I did not think we were going to go here. I thought we were just going to see fucking Tiffany. Man. I think the right thing to do is to delete it. Right? I from the perspective of, like, one, it's on red, which means that if we leave it, she'll know. Two, she probably deletes them anyway, because this doesn't sound like the kind of thing you'd hold on to, unless you're gathering evidence. And if she is, then she would have had the messages. Or is that... Maybe that's not how they work? Like, I don't know. It's like with Discord and everything, you have read, right? And I remember that with message recorders like this, it would have like a little... You know, like a little blinking light or something, right? God, was it Malcolm in the Middle that I saw an answering machine? Maybe it was Simpsons. I've never seen an answering machine. Sorry. By the time I started registering shit like this, you just had voicemail. I think the answer is to delete it. Probably don't want Claudia accidentally finding it. Time to get going. It's my first trip to Tiffany's house. First time finding the girl, meeting the girl in question, too. Oh, we got a little... Her home is one street down from Claudia's house, but given the suburban area, the nature's still a bit of a walk. It's only 5 or so minutes. But going over that message in my head made the trip feel far longer. If this guy has Claudia's phone number, he probably also knows where she lives. He also seems to know about when Claudia comes home, but not her exact schedule, as evidenced by assuming that she was there. He also seems to have no small amount of contempt for Malcolm. I feel like if he had contempt from Malcolm, I wanted to say like it's the dropout dad, but what dropout dad would do this? It doesn't feel like she's getting an alimony or something, you know, like she's getting child payments. So why would we be pissed off at Malcolm? Maybe she broke up with someone over Malcolm? Like, she moved in with the dad instead of the guy, and the dad died, and now the guy's like, hey, he's gone. No one to protect you now. Seems there's no small amount of contempt for Malcolm. I don't think it's a great leap of logic to presume that this mystery caller is the boy's father. Oh, wait, no, he said Child Protective Service, so it might actually be the dad. And, like, intending to call about it. Why the harassing phone calls? Why the abuse? Also, don't leave that shit on an answering machine, you fucking idiot! She just has to pull this shit out and, like, Child Protective Service. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why risk exposing himself like that? Unless he just enjoys it? Maybe. The question I have to consider is if she'd even bother with it. It's even not my problem. Not yet. It technically is. You were literally sort of hired to do this. I'm only just trying to sort through my thoughts by the time I arrive at my destination. Dang, they got fucking satellite? Malcolm had been quite descriptive about the residence, so it's easy enough to find. Here we are. Nice place. If I was looking for places to burgle, I might have given this place a look. Fortunately for all of us, that's no longer necessary. Well, let's get this over with. As I approach the door, the telltale sounds of jovial shouts of children mixed with music and the noise of video games. It sounds like they're having fun there. Hope I'm not interrupting. The sounds coming from within diminished. I heard a soft padding of feet from the other side of the door. Hello? Tiffany? Yeah? I'm Win. Win? Man, I like her! I like her. That's a cute little design. It must have been the 2000s. Still have working conveyor belts before the opioid Metromancers. Oh, the belts were harvested for spell components. Arthur Kitten Boy Wife, man, you know so much about American suburban history, I just don't. Oh! You must be the human guy that stayed with Malcolm and his mom. Yeah. Cool. Malcolm's been talking about you a lot over the last couple of days. What's up? His mother asked me to pick him up today. Oh, he did? Yeah, morning before work. Just a sec. Malcolm! Yeah, am I being kidnapped? I don't want to be kidnapped. It sounds annoying. Oh, hi, Win. Hello, small human child. Sorry, non-human child. Your mom mentioned this guy picking you up? Yeah. She said she'd be home till late tonight. Sorry. I forgot. No prep, bro. Guess we're done for the day, though. I love it. She's like, man, my video games. I can't believe you would rob this small non-human child of his video games. Oh, but you were just about to beat the boss. We can stay. We can? Your mother wants you home back by dinner. She even mentioned spending extra time here. We still have an hour or so, so if you wanted to stay. You hear that, dude? Yeah! With respect to the couch. Come on in, dude. You're only gonna go Aaron. Onwards, I guess. Dude, why are there so many backgrounds? This is so neat. I love it. Also, I love how this TV is fucking gigantic. You could kill a man with this TV. You could bury Win under it. Also, I love the art of the parents. I bet we're never going to see them, but man, that's a cute parent. I like that black and white coloring scheme. That's cute. Why is that? Oh, wouldn't it be so fucking funny, by the way, if the Dancing Towards Tomorrow remake gets finished before Encore? That'd be the funniest shit ever, right? The interior of the Raptor girl's house is a stark contrast to Claudia's. No wall is barren, everything looks new, and the TV takes up the entire wall, which displayed a video game that looks far more complicated than what was playing earlier. They don't make fucking Super Mario Brothers for the fucking GameCube! Like, yes, you could use the e-reader and all that, but... Or like the Game Boy connector, because I'm pretty sure you could use that for Super Game Boy stuff, right? Wayne, come on! You take a seat next to the boy, your focus his attention to the screen in the game Tiffany's playing. The Raptor girl was the only one playing the game, but Malcolm is just as excited as if he was playing too. Well, this game does look quite interesting. I don't have any fucking clue what's going on! The main character is some spiky-ass Saurian boy wearing a strange outfit with a lot of zippers on it. Get this Kingdom Hearts-ass bullshit out of here! He's added by two cartoon characters I've seen on one of the DVDs of Claudia's. He's swinging around an incredibly odd-looking weapon called a lock sword. So, Win, right? Yeah. Malcolm's into soda about to church a bit up. Is that true? Another round of questions. I suppose this to be expected, but I'd rather not have to keep doing this. Hopefully it's brief. Yes. Oh, yeah, it's like a smaller version of like Squint. Cool. Yes. Gnarly. Is that why, like, you talk like, you know, Dracula and stuff? Dracula? Yeah, like the first guy that played him, the black and white one. You know that guy. Minus the accent. I have no idea. Wait. I have no idea who she's talking about. Regardless, I think I talk like whoever she's speaking about because of injuries. I don't think I talk like that because... okay, yeah, but his injuries aren't the cause of it. No, I don't believe so. Well, whatever. So what happened anyway? Someone get butt or something? Mom said they went at a concussion. And that's how he can't remember stuff. He's only cussing. He's concussing. Yes, I know, it's Nosferatu. It's my favorite SpongeBob character. God, I fucking love that cutaway. The voice actor really nailed the energy of that Nosferatu. God, it's just man put in his all in the most important line. It's a concussion. Yeah, concussion. Honestly, is you from a bump on your head? Not exactly lying if I say yes now, but now that I think about it, just a different portion of my life from what she's thinking. A bump on my head is a good enough excuse, I guess. It's convincing enough so far. Why do you walk around with gloves like you're about to rob the place? Yes. Damn, dude, that sucks. You must have screwed up with the wrong guy if you got rocked so hard you got amnesia from it. She's more right than she knows. Might hold the record of lived the longest after stealing from Alfonsi. What's amnesia mean? It's like a total or partial loss of memory. Oh yeah, that. Oh. So, I had amnesia when I forgot to tell Tiffany you were coming over? Yeah, dude, just like that. Just like I keep getting amnesia when I'm going to do my bathroom work. Jesus fucking Christ, why is every character so goddamn likable? Why do I want to ruffle all their hairs? Even though she's probably too old for that. Parasodian children enter into a fit of laughter and begin listing off other things they have amnesia about. I got the impression she's in high school, man. She's got the, you know... She's not box-shaped. Like he is. But she doesn't have the giant shoulders of Claudia, so she's clearly not out of puberty yet. Chores, schoolwork, listening to parents. Actually, speaking of parents... Tiffany? Yeah? Are your parents okay with you being here? I don't know. I guess I'll ask them when I get home. When does one impose? There's truth to that, but I also don't want them to come home and see a strange man in their house with their daughter. Oh, okay with him being here. Oh, I got that mixed up. Are your parents gonna pull out a double barrel and clean me out? I just want to make sure. Castle doctrine and all that. I may not be the most socially aware person, but I appreciate how that might look. Then pull the fucking shadow off your face, man. Stop being two-faced. Like, maybe if your face was constantly shrouded in darkness, maybe people could look at you. I don't sweat it, do we? I go to the same church. We all heard about you staying with Claudia. Besides, Malcolm says you're cool. I suppose if she says there's no issue, then there's no need to worry. There's no time to waste, probably. Eventually, the conversation subsided, and they both refocused on the video game. Malcolm leans in and rests against Tiffany's back. She doesn't seem to mind, though. In fact, it seems to improve her performance. She got that big sister energy in this Venom suit. This is all I got to keep of my Venom suit. Oh no! A human escaped the perfectly equal segregated ghetto. Get the gun! Yeah, she liked that big sis energy, you know. She ain't winning for herself. She's winning for someone else. The rest of the hour was dominated by Malcolm and I watching Tiffany play. The boys occasionally cheering at some accomplishment, or Tiffany bantering with them. Once in a while, the young pastor would look my way for a moment as if he was checking that I was having fun too. He evidently thought I was. He would quickly smile and return to watching whatever was happening on TV. Considering that this motherfucker never watches TV, it's probably as entertaining as anything else. So what exactly is this thing you call a Let's Play? And why do I want to watch one? Eventually, the time comes to leave. Game is shut down, and the kids begin a well-practiced routine. Malcolm waits by the door. Tiffany grabs a winter jacket and an odd but warm-looking hat. Well, two hats. One seems to be for his tail. Oh, it's his coat. Then the young raptor girl gets about helping him to his various winter clothes. Once he's properly dressed, I open the door and lead him outside. Oh my god, it's so cute! Ah, my heart. I love how he's walking around with his bare sleeve, with his bare arm look, right? And just a normal ass shirt and like decent pants. And this motherfucker's all bundled up. Cause he's so cold-blooded. Man, this is what no one ever fucking does. Although it doesn't really work when there's palm trees in the fucking background, but whatever. The gondola hat. Bye, Tiffany. I'll catch you later, bro. Say hi to mom to me. Okay. See you later too, big guy. Don't need to get amnesia on the way back home. Who is this Mark Pliers? Oh, fuck. Oh. For some reason, it thinks that Arthur Kitten's boy wife gondola hat it needs translating. So when I hover over it, it's gondola hat. Gonzalez? Are you ready to go? Yeah. The walk back to Malcolm's house takes longer than the one getting back to Tiffany's. No small part due to the boy's diminutive steps. It's almost more difficult reducing speed to keep pace with someone. Hey, Win! Yeah? Did you like meeting Tiffany? Well, she seems nice. Yeah, she's really cool. She can sing too. She knows all the songs in Kingdom Souls. She's really good. I hope I hear her sometime. Are you coming to church with me and Mom? She sings in the choir? Yeah, you can hear her there. I hadn't considered going. However, it would probably help get in trust with Claudia if I participated. Although I would immediately catch fire the second the sermon begins, that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. After all, because of my demon blood, I would regenerate the injury fairly quickly once I leave church grounds. Or I could ask Xander to give a blasphemous sermon for the day. Should avoid most of the harm. Hey, Xander, could you give a sermon about, like, Hot Pockets or something? I don't want to get set on fire by the holy light of God. And then he goes like, oh, you silly bean. Oh, silly son of a gun. Everyone knows that only the Islamic verses set people on fire, and I guess some of the stuff you can find over in Buddhist temples. But a good old Christian sermon shouldn't harm a demon like you. However, probably okay. And I think me and Xander have a few things to talk about. Yes, I'll go with you. Honestly, I kind of like that he doesn't have periods because it really exemplifies that he's just a fucking goober. The young boy turns his attention back to his feet but smiles a little wider at the news. Cool! Sacrifice went to the sun gods and later use his head as a soccer ball. Listen, we're gonna sacrifice him to the monkey sun god because I want a good fucking temple! Maybe after that we could play more video games or toys or hang out with Tiffany. Malcolm continues to list various possible activities. Most of them aren't particularly appealing to me, but I occasionally nod and agree in order to appease him. Conversation may not be the most interesting, but it does make the slow pace of our walk a little less dull. I like the music that played at Tiffany's place. It's cute. You know, it was cute. And before long, we arrived back at the boy's house. We're back again. I to think it's only been an hour. Felt like a lot longer. Now I decide what to do about that phone call. Why is he shaking? Claudia will probably want to talk when she gets home, even if it's just to say hello. Maybe the best time to confront her about it. Oh, let me check and make sure that there wasn't any optional text that we got optionally. God, fucking mix your music better! Amnesia is bumping your head. If you have enough attachment points, you would say not exactly now that I think about it. Just a different proportion. Okay, so I think it's keeping track of, like, if you got all the scenes. Like, it's tracking individual scenes of sorts, because you only get the scene where he thinks about himself under certain circumstances. I guess that's kind of cute. You know, it's better than having to mark every single scene. Just go with, yeah, if you're on the right path, you get a little more. I don't see anything else here otherwise. Yeah, dinner. Okay, we're good to go. Maybe the best time to confront her. Maybe the best time to confront her about it. If I even want to do so. Oh, he was taking off his clothes. That's how he was shaking around. He was doing that thing where little kids are like, my dexterity sucks, so taking off clothing is hard. I really have to get involved. It may depend on Claudia's reaction if I tell her what I learned from Xander. Whatever the case, I need to. When? What? God, I love how he goes from, like, serious time to, oh, googly eyes. I fucking love this character design. It's so stupid in, like, the best possible ways. It fits the fact that he's a big old goober. Right? Like, these eyeballs work great because he's a fucking social inept idiot. It works. It's such fucking good synergy. What's for dinner? Oh, yeah, right. Dinner. What is for dinner? I don't recall seeing any microwave meals from Claudia's last shopping trip. Let's go look. Right, so let's see what we have to work with. Let's start by checking the freezer and the fridge. Everything implies is bare safe for some ice cubes, milk, and a few bottles of salad dressing. Just selects hard enough, the coat rips off you. There are lots of kids that have certainly tried. As I rummage through the various cabinets and cupboards, where I've seen Claudia store most of the food. I find plenty of dry goods with them, but they're all ingredients or component parts for dishes. It's only now, when sorting through these items, that I realize something. I don't know how to cook any of this stuff. It all needs to be boiled or sautéed. Do you sauté pasta? This will scan the shelves for something that microwave instructions written on them, or at least something that doesn't require more than 2 steps to prepare. Fortunately, there's still some breakfast cereal, just enough for 2 bowls. Perfect. A couple of bowls will do just fine. You got milk to go with it. This sort of counts as cooking a meal, right? Oh my god. I present the box to the boy for approval. He stares at it for a moment, the concentration covering his face. I love how he's like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah! Good, that solves that problem then. Can we watch cartoons too? If it keeps Malcolm entertained until his mother gets home, I don't see why not. Oh, this music's just so fucking mixed. Sure. The young parasol lets out another excited cheer and eagerly bounces in his chair in anticipation. Man, he loves eating dinner in front of the TV. Dinner on the other side, the bowls are assembled and served. Malcolm leads the way to the living room where I take my seat while I loads the DVD into the DVD player with a disc. Can't you just watch TV? Malcolm takes the position on the floor a few feet away from the television. Like, I get that, like, the character art is gonna look like this, right? But in a CG, it just adds to the fucking what the hell factor. I love it. Oh my god. I want to... if I'm ever doing another tier list, I'm putting Win way up there. Way up there. Motherfucker earned it. What a goober. I love him. Soon the screen comes alive with colorful dancing cartoon insects. The show in question is about a little blue beetle child called Bluggy. Bluggy! And her family. Oh shit. You actually know that Bluey is a girl. I've seen a bunch of people know nothing about Bluey and they're like, oh, that's the boy, right? No, she's a girl. That's like half of like, huh? I mean, it might not be cable, but that's why I have DVDs. Really? Can't you? But, like, I'm pretty sure if you plug in a cable around here, you get some kind of TV. Even if you don't, I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've done anything with television. Listen and watch closely, particularly to the various mores that came at the end. With the hope, of course, these more would help me navigate future social situations. Bluey has adult humor in it, though. It definitely makes jokes, so shouldn't he? No, I guess he wouldn't pick up on it. As the episodes came and went, he positioned next to me on the couch. I'm impressed you have a fucking Bluey DVD, by the way. I thought nothing of it until one particular episode I felt a small weight lean on my arm. What the hell? A small, non-human child? What is going on? Why is he... That's between him and the scene playing on TV. I always remember the scene that answered my question. The episode was a bonding moment between Bluggy and her father. Posed from similar to how me and Malcolm were. He must be imitating the cartoon. There's no way he's seeing me like that. I'm not a dad! Get this dad energy out of here. It hasn't even been a whole week. It's, should I do anything? Oh shit, we got a nighttime scene. God. Dad game. I want to do one more. I kind of want to do one more, you know, until he goes to bed. Because I know that we're probably going to do something soon. I saw something up ahead in the script. So I think I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to go stuff my face with something. And then we'll do one more to wrap it up for tonight. we go. I forgot to cut the recording. Like a true genius. You know what? It's staying in. It's the only way people will learn. Alright, one more go. Fortunately, I'm spared deciding how to react by conveniently time for turn. The front door swings open, and a very tired Claudia enters, and Malcolm springs up to greet her. Mom! Hey there, baby. I was expecting you to be in bed when I come back. Me and Went were watching Bluggy. I was gonna go to bed right after. Oh, really? It was like, yeah? Uh-huh. I'll let it slide tonight because you really meant it. Now go get cleaned up and get into your pajamas. Okay. Go on now, I'll tuck you in a bit. Goodbye, small non-human child. We'll see you later. I'm glad to see the two of you are getting along so well. You handled dinner okay? Dinner okay? Yeah. What did you decide on making? Cereal. Oh my god! Please! Why are you trusting this fucking stranger with your child? Cereal. Perhaps a woman lets a small huff through her nose. Well, he's probably gonna have trouble getting to bed tonight, but that's not the end of the world. Too much sugar. I apologize if I messed up. Oh, don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong. Maybe I could be a bit more specific. Although I thought we had a decent chunk of food left in the cabinet. I'm not misremembering that, am I? I just don't know how to cook. As someone gives that a heavy sigh, she stares pitifully at me. I suppose I'll just have to remember to write down some basic recipes for you next time. That will help. Pretty sure only pre-made store stuff. Yeah, he probably doesn't even know what an ingredient is. I'll jot down a few simple things for you then. You probably won't need them for a while though, but you can always practice making yourself some food to get used to cooking. It's really easy once you know your way around the kitchen. I suppose I can spend some of my free time learning how to cook. It's a bit more productive than playing video games all day. Probably. Alright, I'll go put Malcolm to bed. Could you clean up here? I quickly scan the room and note that the empty bowls of cereal are still on the floor and the DVD boxes are strewed about. And on agreement, receiving a small smile. Wait, just a smile or not? Oh shit, it's not even a small smile. We got some proper emotions here. I gather up Malcolm's and my discarded bowls and take them to the kitchen where I summarily wash them and set them to dry. It's a simple matter of putting the DVDs back into their proper place in the TV cabinet. It didn't take too long to accomplish the chores, rather long enough for Claudia to put Malcolm to bed. Is this an ingredient? Malcolm, that's my microwave. You said it goes in kitchen cooking. Despite her apparent exhaustion after work, she seemed to be in the mood to talk. It's only been a week. It's only been a week. She's probably still thinking she needs to check up on me. So Malcolm tells me you want to come to church to us this Sunday. I did. Oh, that's wonderful. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but I didn't take you for the type. I'm not. I just require some guidance from Father Zeth. Oh, I'm sure he'll be delighted to do that. He definitely has a lot of advice to give. I'm sure Minnie would love to see you again since you're due. I'm sure Minnie would love to see how you're doing too if you see her. She's been asking for updates about you every day at work. It's only been 4 days. I haven't had time to change. Hey, a lot can happen in 4 days. Like, given how Malcolm was talking when I was tucking him in, you two did a lot today, didn't you? I always spent time with Tiffany. Mr. Suggest. Oh, you finally met her. That's great. How did you two get along? I believe so. Oh, that's good. She's a real godsend. I don't believe I could have asked for a better babysitter than her. She even refused my offer to pay her because she's fucking loaded and her parents would feel so goddamn bad if she took money. Her parents are probably like, here's $50, don't mention it ever. Yeah, you evolved. Good. Claudia walks as he sees fire in the middle of the room. How did this happen? I made a fire. It is what humans do. Can you believe that? Judging by how close Malcolm and her seemed, I think I can. So, did anything else happen? Now may be the time to ask her about that phone call. She seems to be in a good mood, though, and bringing it up would definitely change that. Maybe she's better off not knowing, and I can just keep this to myself and Xander. Maybe I should tell her later when I have a better idea of what's going on. Who knows how she'll react? I barely know her. I feel like we should talk about it because in games like this, it's always the fucking right choice. But I agreed to help her. This guy, whoever he is, could be a serious threat to her. Or me. Yeah, you're in the house. You might be there when she's not. Damn it. She throws me out over this. I can at least tell Xander I tried. And maybe ask him if he goes to pick up my money duffel bag. I'd be pretty pissed if she just decides to keep that out of nowhere. That was something else. Oh? A call. Oh shit, it's the panic music. Song, upsetting talk, hell yeah. Around when you would usually be back. I let the answering machine receive it. The man on the line said... He said some ugly things. Holy shit, she's breaking down. I mean, admittedly, this is probably something that's been going on for a while. Get this Splinter Cell-ass music out of here. How did you set the TV on fire? About you and Malcolm. I made threats. Claudia Jesus, she's vibrating. Claudia looks like she's going to be sick as I speak. Covers her face with her hands. Seeing her like this causes an uncomfortable feeling to my intestines shriveling up in my stomach. Only attachment points would make him nauseous. Is mirrors are like two different kinds of vibration she does. She's getting blurry. It's really weird. I just don't know what to do with it, but stand there like a statue waiting for her to respond. Oh no, he's sad again. Makes her shame and horror. Makes her shame and horror settle on her face as she composed herself enough to speak. Did you delete the message? Yeah, I did. Claudia nods and takes a deep shuddering breath. After a few moments, she steadies herself and speaks. Good. I'm sorry you had to hear that, but please. Hold up. Okay, so if we hadn't deleted, Wayne would say, no, it's... Claudia quickly turns on her heels and steps over to the machine. She deletes the message and now stands there breathing nervously. After a few moments, she steadies herself. Oh, shit. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything, then. I'm sorry to hear that, but... I'm sorry you had to hear that, but please don't tell anyone. It's just something I have to live with. Xander, did you make us go to her house so that we would be forced to listen to this? Because this seems like your plan. The calls are being made just to frighten me. Us. There's nothing anyone can do, so just leave it be and forget about it. Everything about how she's acting tells me this is the absolute last conversation she wants to have. Likely be a long time before I have a chance like this again, so I need to confirm my theory. Is the caller Malcolm's father? Yes, he is. I thought so. Seems to be the only one missing from this scenario. Are you safe? It's fine. I can handle it. You don't need to worry about me, just forget about it, please. Not sure I can promise that. I think this is about as far as I can push it now. I do appreciate that, like, he's bad with social situations, right? But Wynn has probably had to tell lies and manipulate people, so while he's not good with normal, pleasant conversation, he can probably pick up when he needs to let up the gas a little and stop pushing his luck. Because that does seem to be something, you know, that a thief would have, even if he's a bit antisocial. So I'm more willing to forgive that he has this trait than if, say, Anon suddenly does it. Although Anon is like, yeah, he's observant and can read the room, yeah. I'm too old to hunt down a few punks, and it's just one guy. Just think about it like... If you're sure. I'll do as you ask. Thank you. If you would, could you give me a moment alone? Oh, she's crying! Of course. Win. Good night. Good night. Oh man! We're not even that far in, and we're getting on the dramatics. I mean, I think this is when Wani already kicked it up. Okay, let's take a look. What would we have gotten if we weren't What else do we miss out on? If you do not talk about it, you get a whole different conversation. Oh, wow, it's like a very different scene. Hold up, let's see this. Nope, best not to rock the boat, especially since we barely know each other. Besides, the less she knows that I know, the easier it'll be to investigate. That's actually a pretty good angle. She may try to stop me from helping her, but apparently, like she just did with Xander and Minnie, doesn't really play mostly video games. Well, if you think I'm gonna let you turn to a couch potato, you got another thing coming. I may just have to talk with either Xander or getting you a day job, or Minnie getting you a day job. Although, if I'm being serious, It really means a lot to me that you and Malcolm are getting along, really. I don't mind at all, it's the least I can do. After Malcolm doesn't have many friends at school. In fact, Tiffany may be the only one he spends any time with. So just want you to know I really appreciate they're trying to get along and be his friend. Kind of weird that Malcolm seems to have lacking social skills. I kind of assumed he had something going on. Place a petite hand on my shoulder for him squeeze. Really? Aww. Gonna get a drink of water and turn in for the night. What about you? He's just gonna go to bed. Turn to my room. I crawl into my bed and think about what to do next. Did I make the right call by not telling her? So I have to make sure she's not around when I tell Xander about it. Church shouldn't be too hard. Resting my head, I begin to drift off to sleep. Oh, if you don't delete the message, then she listens to it. You fucking bitch. I jolt up and stare at the door. Oh shit, she found the message. How'd it? In a flash, I realized the error I made. The answering machine notifies the user of a message in two ways. The first is a red blinking light for a new message, and the second is the display number or the number of messages on the machine. And we listened to it a second time! Fuck! I thought... God, I had it wrong, but I had it right, you know? Damn. I was hoping she wouldn't notice because the light went off when I replayed the call. But the number of messages, there was a 0 on the machine before the call. So she must have noticed there wasn't a 1 there before. And worse still, because the light wasn't blinking, there was a sign that obviously someone listened to it, namely me. Ere the footsteps approached the door, and braced to have it flung open and demand an explanation. But no such thing ever materializes. There's a hesitation in her as she passes by my door, and she just continues into her room. She must know. But she isn't ready to confront the issue, neither am I. Oh shit, that's a shit ending. Though this requires that you both don't talk to her and don't delete the message. I appreciate there's some nuance to this. Like, there's a genuine angle it plays of, like... And apparently they're also recording that you talk to her about the call, which is presumably because they want to... She's going to bring it up at some point, maybe? Or maybe he's going to bring it up and be like, I'm sorry I didn't talk about it back then. I'm such a weenie. Man, there's so much fucking effort in this demo. Like, Wani was pretty good and had art, but this has, like, writing going on. Even if the spelling and grammar is a bit out the window sometimes, like, the structure is really nice. I return to my room and roll onto my bed. I do very little besides stare at the ceiling for what feels like hours. As I lay there, the horrid feeling felt before returns. Oh shit, it's actually different between the two. I lay down on the bed, somewhat less easy than before. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep that night. It's like I'm waiting for another show to drop the whole time, but it never does. Another shoe to drop. I still do get a couple of good hours in, though. Oh man, it's pretty cool. She's using their Brunussi. And so, say it ain't so. Holy shit, it's writing in a novel. How fucking weird is that? It's also not overwritten. Might I point out that this mod has a very brisk pace to it, all things considered? Like, I liked the scenes. I liked the characters. So if it takes a little while, I'm fine with it. Like, nothing fucking gets stuck on my shoe like gum. As I lay there, the horrid feeling I felt before returns. An upset feeling in my stomach that spreads through my whole body. This is only if we have a large of attachment. Otherwise, he goes to bed, he stares at the ceiling, and eventually sleep does come. Man, I like how this whole thing is like, if you do it right. I do appreciate that this one very much seems to focus on the good ending, and gives the good ending a bunch of extra text. Because ultimately, you really shouldn't want your player to go through all endings, because that ruins the illusion, right? You want your players to play it once, and get the fun ending, and have fun with it. I just feel like too many fucking fics are up their own ass. I'm like, we need to have endings, and you need to go for all endings to get the best ending. I'm like, fuck you, go home, go to bed. It leads to new sensation to me. I don't even know what is affecting me so deeply. The more I try to analyze it, the less I can put it into words in my mind. It only gets worse when I hear Claudia pass by my door and into her own room at some point. Even with the wall between us, I can just make it the faint sound of sorrowful sniffling. I can't sleep! Despite knowing her for only a week. The sight of her in such turmoil has left me upset. I toss and I turn, and I toss, turn, toss, turn, in my bed, trying and failing to will myself into unconsciousness. The result of most of my efforts is that I ended up feeling The result of most of my efforts is that I just end up feeling tired for most of the night. But eventually sleep does come. 2 days later, I guess they just didn't want to talk about it. That's all I really wanted to get out of this. But Jesus fucking Christ, this demo, right, is like, it's got the money shot, it's got the weird opening, it's got the twist, then it's got the money shot, and now it's still going? This demo could have ended right here, and I'd be like, fuck yeah! Yeah! Oh, apparently, that's adorable. After chapter 3 starts, there's like a narration block that specifically gives you like your attachment points. Hey, here's some debug code. If we don't tell her about the call, we won't get some of the narration that's about upcoming. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. The last 2 days have had their attention behind them. The morning after our discussion about the call was particularly awkward. She put on her usual cheery face and personality during that breakfast, which I now recognize as a facade. It was a shaky deception, and even Malcolm seemed to pick up on that something was odd, but he didn't mention it. Whenever Claudia and I were alone, she dropped the mask slightly, though it did very little in offering her relief. The most we interacted that first day was some quick glances and saying good morning and good night to each other. Fortunately, my habit of not speaking very much didn't seem odd to Malcolm. By the second day, she had returned to her usual, typical friendly self. Was more willing to talk to me. The topic of Malcolm's father in the phone call never came up, which is probably for the best. It was nice to be back to what passed by normal by Sunday morning, and now we're back in the normal texts. Oh shit, there's more. We have more than one attachment point than told her about it. We're gonna get a little more. We all rise bright and early in the morning and have ourselves a light breakfast with butter, toast, and fruit. Man, this fucking vegan ass motherfucker. And of course, actually, butter isn't vegan. Unless it's vegan butter. And of course, Claudia and I found a moment to sit down for a quick cup of coffee. Oh man, this song's jamming. That was also the first time since our talk that we actually relaxed around each other. Nice to see her smile again without it being forced. After a quick breakfast, we grab some warm clothes and exit into the deceptively warm outdoors. Okay, the smile and everything is, yeah. Just 2 lines, but it's all you need, man. You don't need much. Like, say what you want about dancing towards tomorrow, like having Unk be a fucking skeezy bastard with like, oh, she looks good in that dress. Like, I know that's like a line among thousands, but sometimes it's all you need to like establish that things are not the same. Also, it's a quick breakfast. We grab some warm clothes and exit into the deceptive outdoors. What do you mean deceptive? It looked warm, Lushing, maybe a little warm, but the moment the door opened, a frigid wind blew in and dispelled the illusion. That's what you mean. After a few remarks about the temperature, we all piled into Claudia's car and drove to St. Sadler's. Oh, look, it's the car. Is there a car without it? There's no sprite for the house without the car. Oh my fucking god. Oh! So there's a background here that's called Dawn House Inn, and it's got like ending 1 art abstract. This shit's cracking me up. It's like abstract art of Inko watching Olivia go down the stairs and Anna watching Fang jump out the fucking... I hope that art's in the demo, because you gotta see it, man. It's cracking me up. We don't need to talk about Goon Game. We already said everything that needs to be said. Your remarks were going to St. Sadler's. I was given an unexpected invitation to sit in the front seat. I'd expected Malcolm to claim it, but he seemed quite happy in the back seat. He's too young! It became obvious why he extracts some toy cars from his pockets and begins to use the back seat as a racetrack. Have you considered your son as autism? It was a bit odd being in the passenger side seat, but until I get a car of my own, it's just something I have to deal with. Dancing towards trucks. Truckun. In a moment, Claudia takes the driver's seat and we're off. Oh, that's so neat! Although, it does make... Like, what the fuck is up with her shoulders, man? Proportions feel off, but goddamn... Man, why are you wearing such a push-up bra to church? The pleasant big parasol assures me that I'll have a wonderful time. The people there are extremely friendly. It also meant to be an excellent opportunity to work on my social skills. I merely nod in response as the church entrance comes into view. Oh hey, it's generic background characters. I wonder if some of these are traces from other games and mods. I wonder. My autism. Perfixation. I like this one on the left with the skirt. I don't know, something about her that feels like she's got a nice puffy hairdo, you know? Got that sweater energy. There's quite a crowd of people here. I usually try to avoid these kinds of large groups if I can help it, especially if I'd be the only human. Oh no, I'm going to a new church and I'm the only human. Fuck off, Anon. Makes it pretty easy to get spotted when everyone around you is a mess of bright feathers, wings, and claws and tails but you. I love how we're bringing this up like several chapters in. How do you do? How do you know it's a push-up bra? Breasts are supposed to be teardrop-shaped, not round. Exactly. Exactly. Although they do make for a good barrier if you can get to one side of them. I wonder why they're all out here in the cold instead of in the church. Claudia parks the car and there's a little space and we disembark. Barrister's mother takes Malcolm hand and we walk towards the crowd. Oh shit, she's wearing a sweater. Holy shit, we got art. A more hesitant than I expected being following them. Away from Claudia, I caused to Spermia and catch up with the pair. Once we're all together, we start moving through the mingling parishioners towards the tall crest of ephemeral ceratops.
Minnie! Oh, good morning, darling. Yes, our favorite patient is returning to us as well.
I mean, she's already got the sweater. She's good to go.
How have you been, Mr. Doe?
I'm good. Recovered.
Oh, thank the Lord for that. The absolute state were ill when we found you. But let's not dwell on that. Are you here to join us in worship today?
More or less. I just wanted to talk to Father Xander, actually.
Oh, I'll certainly let him know. I'm sure I'll be willing to speak after service. As a matter of fact, I believe he mentioned that he wanted to talk to you too this morning when he was choosing today's sermon. I was hoping we could get to talk a bit too many. I am willing to work a shift today. Oh no. Claudia, you already worked every day this week. Even the Lord rested on Sunday.
I appreciate. That's a cute statement. That's a cute fucking statement! Normally I would, but I need to go buy extra groceries this weekend, you know. Claudia's eyes glance in my direction. I don't think I ate that much. Okay, listen. Okay, the only thing I want Xander to say, like, dude, you've got millions of fucking dollars. You have millions of dollars, motherfucker. Could you spend some of it on groceries? You can miss a few Benjamins.
Can we talk about this after service when we're inside?
Why is everyone at her anyway? I thought Saurians hated the cold.
Oh, before the service, the sanctuary is required for before service, the sanctuary is reserved for quiet contemplation and prayer, so no gossiping is kept outside. It does make the conversation kind of short in these winter months. Speaking of which, should all probably head inside and get out of this cold. You said it. Oh, you will go on ahead.
Listen, I have to mention this, okay? I have to mention this. Minnie looks like a very specific kind of candy that we have around here. Well, let me see if I can find some of it. Salty licorice. Like, the black and this particular kind of brown just reminds me of fucking Samayak candy, which sometimes comes in, like, brown, like that. God damn it, I want to see if I can find some. This'll have to do, I think. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you, and you're going to say, Safi, I can see what you mean. She does look like a little candy. Oh, you fuckers are going to... You didn't believe me. You didn't believe me. Look at this. She fucking looks like this. I want to lick her. She looks like a tasty candy. Hop. I don't know. I kind of like that she looks like the candy. Because it's very subtle, and I don't think anyone else is going to see it but me. But she just reminds me of fucking salty licorice, apparently. Like Samayak. And I kind of like it. I don't know why I like it. I just like it.
You go on ahead. Claudia, we'll talk after service.
I think it's just a pleasing color palette. You know, black is a very muted color. It's very deep and dark. And the brown is very muted, so it works really great. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Hear that, artist? Time to make Safi X mini arts. Hold up. If you're... Hold up. You might say that, but... Now that I think about it, Siska does in fact have, like, brown scales and stuff, so yeah. It's time to make the double licorice. Also, I am a sucker for sweaters. Especially sweater dresses. I don't know if they're good for winter, though.
Claudia, we'll talk after service.
Well, you're right. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. I think we're going to call it here for now. I fucking love this, man. God. If I could smooch your video game, man. If I could smooch your video game. Just plant my big fat lips on it and go... This is great. This is just fucking great, man. It's got that energy, that pop, that zing, that jazz. I love it. I fucking love it. I went into this tired and exhausted, and now I'm full of life. That's how you know something's good, is you come out the other end stronger Then you came in. Yes, take full credit, full marks. You will only get full marks, however, if there is in fact the art. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules, but I can lie about them. Man, it's the anti-DDT at long last. Finally, a weapon to surpass Unk. Oh, sweet Lordaloo. Hmm. What the hell is this? Bosses in First Light are so fucking funny. I just defeated a surprisingly depth security guard by throwing 4 mugs, 2 canned drinks, a thermal keyboard, and a hammer in his head. What is this game? Why is he just throwing shit at him? What is this dumbass game? I love it when a game's combat systems can just be cartoons. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for loving, living, and laughing with me. Unk emerges from the darkness. You may think you have one, but I've danced the world tomorrow once. I should do it again. I want the remake, okay? I want the fucking remake. No banana. Shit! Fuck! I forgot! I forgot we were gonna... Ah, shit! I forgot I was gonna play the fucking WOD! Oh, no! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! I was wondering what was going on. I was wondering what the fuck was going on. Oh, shit, man. Oh, man. Fuck. What was the name again? Hold on. I got it down here. First, Banana Factory incident, right? Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay. I got 1.1 here. This file was uploaded from Iran? What? I'm not downloading some fucking file from Iran. I'll just download the one from mod. MB. That'll be a bit safer. And now I should have the file, and that way I won't forget it. I'll see about when and where tomorrow. I got shit tomorrow I gotta worry about too. Like, there's some fucking complications and things. Actually, let me double check. When do I got a little PNG of the Ayatollah dancing your taskbar? That's how you know they put in the work. They made the fucking custom sprite. Hold up. Let me look at something. When is it starting tomorrow? This thing's gonna take like an hour, right? I think we can squeeze that in. I think we can squeeze that in. Oh, man. I have the file. And I'm just gonna set up the stream. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be there or be square.